Appreciate everybody here tonight. Pelicans lose 123-109. I can't believe it's 123 or 109. Presented by the Birdsall Law Firm. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's do it.
First took away. That's the best. Get your money's worth now.
So I just went off on Lito and Chaz, and I apologize to both of y'all. I'm going to apologize to both of y'all because I came in pretty hot. I am frustrated because this is now the second time a perennial Western Conference team came into your house and beat the ever-loving fuck out of you. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The Clippers came in, embarrassed you. The Suns came in, embarrassed you. I understand these are two really good teams, but superstars on the Clippers showed up and superstars on the Suns showed up. The superstars. Shout out to Joe. The who? Shout out to who?
Joe with the super chat, man.
Oh, appreciate you, Joe. Thank you for the super chat. And you know what? I'm so glad you asked this. I'm going to start this. I'm not going to present this right now. Chaz and Lito, thank you for joining the show tonight. Lito, I'm going to start with you.
Hey, Justin, wait. I got an idea. You want me to host it? I feel like you got opinions, dog. You want me to host?
Yo, that might be that might be a good idea. Hold up, Lito.
This could be the last show. Shout out first off. I went to the game with Chris Connor tonight. It's always so good to see Chris Connor. So Chris was in the state tonight. It was fun to watch the game. I'm Lito. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated because
I want to hear.
Let me tell you why I'm frustrated. Because I'm a diehard fan of the Red Sox. I'm a diehard fan of LSU. I'm a diehard fan of the Saints. I'm a diehard fan of the Pelicans. Those are my four teams. All right. And I just told this to Chaz. Nomar Garcia, probably my favorite baseball player, probably my favorite athlete ever. The Red Sox traded that dude in 2004, and they won a world championship. And ever since then, they've been one of the best baseball franchises ever. Okay. They made a hard decision to trade that person. I'm just saying that I expect in year 5, this is year 5 now. Okay. When we had Zion and Brandon, being a play-in team to me is a failure. Year 5. In year 5 is a failure to me. Absolutely. I think this team has talent. I think they're good. I think they need upgrades. This whole panel agrees with me that they need upgrades, but there are some people in comments, there's some people in Pelicans Twitter, there's some people on Instagram that say that this team can win with this roster. It's just not true. It's not true. And I respect your opinion and I understand your opinion, but Lito, when you have Suns and the Clippers come in and embarrass you, when the whole city showed up, I looked up tonight, there wasn't a single seat open. Not a single seat. Whole thing was sold out, and you showed up like that tonight. What'd you see?
All right, wait. Hold on. No.
Make sure y'all smash that like button. I appreciate y'all being here.
Shout out to Thomas too for the super chat, bro.
Thomas, sorry.
Bro,
yeah,
thank you, bro. No, Justin, I got you. Listen, so I'm gonna tell you what I saw, and but I want to know. I want to know this in regards to what you just said about the Red Sox, in relation to the Pelicans.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for us? Like as far as what you saw tonight versus, I guess, what your long-term goals are for the team. How do we get there? How do we get from being a decent team in regards to Joe's question? Because this is a good question. How do we get from being a decent team to avoiding this 5th and 6th seed to the first round? What do we do?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the $1 million question, right? But like to the people saying that this team doesn't need upgrades, they're completely wrong. Because look, if your goal is to be 7 or 8 or 9 and be the play-in team, that's fine. That's your opinion. That's not my goal. And I don't think the players on that roster is their goal either. I don't think that's David Griffin's goal, to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I think you got to be able to be uncomfortable in situations. You got to make uncomfortable moves. Okay, Lito? Like, it is what it is. I've seen the Clippers now, and I've seen the Suns. And there's people that are like, well, 7-game series against the Mavericks. Like, guys, the Mavericks will make upgrades, okay? Like, it is what it is. I was looking at the Suns tonight. If you think that's their final roster, you are mistaken, okay? That is not their final. Like, I was talking to Chris tonight. Like, he brought up Gordon Hayward. I was like, could you imagine Gordon Hayward on this team? He's either starting or coming off the bench.
He's gonna get bought out.
Exactly. I'm thinking 4 or 5 weeks ahead, Chaz. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think this roster, they're good. Don't get me wrong. The team's good. I want them to be great. And I feel like sometimes this channel, people get upset that we want to be great.
Shout out Thomas.
So, So Chaz, how can they take a next step? Can I ask you that? How do they take a next step?
Okay, yes. I was watching the game, and us, we have the benefit of watching all of, games, because truthfully, having a team in your city is a luxury. You know what I'm saying? We have the benefit of watching all these games. I saw Devin Booker do something nearly identical to this the last time the Pelicans faced off with the Suns with Zion. And I'll say this: there's two ways to stop Devin Booker. One, you go Tanya Harding, Thomas Shepard, a 45 and bang, and get him out the game, right? Or you trade Brandon Ingram. That's the only two ways you're gonna stop Devin Booker. Look, Brandon Ingram is this man arch nemesis. Ever since that motherfucking Instagram shit came out, it's been a whole different ball game. And I just think the Pelicans knew this going into the game, and they weren't prepared to rise to the occasion, rise to the challenge. Again, it's easy to do when you're playing the second worst team in basketball right now. It's easy to beat up on those lesser talented teams consistently. But when it comes time, and look, by no means did the Suns play well. I thought the Suns played shitty, personally. Shout out to
the role players played shitty. I thought the role players played shitty.
Even KD in the first half, KD didn't really do much.
Had 6 points.
And Bill didn't really do much. So, those guys kind of came through to put the nail in the coffin. But far as just from an intensity standpoint, there were only maybe one or two Pelicans who matched their intensity. And Willie Green had a total dumpster fire of a coaching performance this evening. Again, I was under the impression that he was going to change things and treat this like a playoff matchup. He still checks Zion makes like 3 buckets in a row. Check out the 5. Checks him out at the 6-minute mark again. Look, final minutes in the fourth quarter, right? You got the fourth quarter. Hawkins makes 8 points in a row. Checks him out for Brandon. It was like, what are you doing? Roll with the hot hand. These other dudes, they just ain't got it right now. I thought some of us wanted Jose to bring a little energy. They was like, this is a Jose game. Comes in, launches a 3. Things just didn't work out. It is not his fault. He hasn't played a couple games. He was trying to do what he could do. You didn't lose this game because of Jose Alvarado.
No,
it continues to be terrible. So if the Pelicans want to take the next step, realistically, man, and this is not just because of this game. I've been saying this for a while now. You have to move on from Brandon. That's what it ultimately comes to. You asked me a straight question. I'm giving you a straight answer.
And listen, Chaz, that's right. I appreciate, like, me and Chris talking about, I appreciate your honesty, Chaz. Like, I really do. And Lito, I know you want to I gotta address this. It's not one game. It's not just one game. It's not. And look, Natalie, I appreciate your comment. Thank you for being here. It's not one game. It's whenever it's the process of the entire city. You finally are a Pelican city. The Saints suck. The Pelicans are the ultimate #1 sports thing going on in the city right now. You have the whole city show out and you flop again. It happened against the Clippers as well. It's not just one game. That's my problem. It's 5. Am I wrong with that? Is it just one game, or is it the process?
The process is broken. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing, bro?
Hey, 5. I ain't seen you in a while, man. You've been in Dallas. You've been all over.
It's been cold. Man. It's been cold ever since I got back from Mexico. Sent my ass back with my people. Dog. The process is fucked. Like it really is. Like you could see against the really good teams, it's glaring at this point. There's no operation for easy baskets. You don't really have we're going to talk about this in the second, Thomas. There's no operation for easy baskets. There's no space for people to create. They just kind of run and kind of try to create off the dribble for somebody. Like it doesn't necessarily have a plan. Look at Phoenix, right? Just in there. In Vogel, if you know Frank Vogel, he's a defensive first guy anyway. Right. But yet they operate in a way like, hey, these are our best players. We're going to just play through our strengths. And, to be honest, KD and Beal had a pedestrian night at best. Yeah. Like, we got away with murder. It just, the person that murdered you was Devin Booker, and he just had it on his mind. Like, and again, this before we do this, the 40 attempts, right? All right, yeah, I said it. Cool. Like, but that just it's almost like, at one point they were like, hey, we got to get up as many passes as we can to get people involved before we shoot. Like some shit like that will pop off. You can't just shoot threes just to shoot them. They have to have some kind of merit. They have to have some kind of purpose. Like before they noticed that, sometimes they would just move the ball and they would get up good threes. You don't get out of rhythm shooting good threes. You get out of rhythm shooting bad threes. So getting those attempts up is one thing. Getting them up with purpose is a totally different thing. And they did not do that tonight. Like you saw many guys actually pass up threes just because the rhythm's off. There is no purpose. Do they run plays to get threes? No, they don't. Everything's downhill based off somebody else's gravity. That's just not going to work.
Yeah.
Yo.
Go ahead, Lito.
You asked me what I thought. I'm about to give you my honest opinion of what I thought.
Okay.
Or what I think. I think you saw a team versus the in Phoenix that has pure talented scorers. They have superstars. And
Yeah.
I think
Wait, say that word again.
They have superstars. The Phoenix Suns have superstars. I don't. And me and you just had a phone conversation. I'm not going to talk about what we said. But but
you cancel the show.
You told me you wanted to wait to hear my opinion during the show. I do not believe that the New Orleans Pelicans have a superstar.
What let me ask this, Lito. What's the definition of a superstar in your opinion?
You saw Devin Booker tonight?
Yeah, I did.
So a guy, in my opinion, who it doesn't matter what you throw at him, he gonna go in the heater, and he's gonna take the game over. And I think if you had a team with a superstar, they would have took that personally, and you had to match that. You see Ant Edwards? Do you see what Ant doing out here? Like I'm talking shit. I'm gonna play defense. Like he told Jason Tatum the other day, I'm gonna lock that shit up. I'm gonna lock it up on the defensive end, and I'm coming down and I'm gonna hit the game winning shot on you. Superstars to me are it's like an ecosystem of Jokic, right? A basketball ecosystem. It's a little planet that everything revolves around them, right? Like you don't have to seek outside resources. You don't have to seek entities from other planets. Like we can all live off the resources from this particular person. They provide.
I love how you stopped to read the comments.
I was just, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be X say good, smart basketball things. I'll be trying to pay attention to who say what. Yeah, I don't think we have a superstar on our team. We have all-star players, and maybe you would consider Zion a star.
I'm laughing at 5 looking at me. I'm laughing. You said all-star players. I was like, well, I heard an S at the end of
that. Go ahead, Bob.
Well, no.
Go ahead.
Because 5, I want to hear you and Chaz's point. Because I made a tweet in the first quarter tonight that the Sun, Frank Vogel, was like, "Yo, we're gonna put Grayson Allen on Zion.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna put Grayson Allen on Zion Williamson." That 5. That's my 5 and Chaz. Like that's all I gotta say. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't know if they. All right. I don't know if it comes down to player or just it's actually a thing that occurs all the time, right? This isn't again, goes back to the original point of this isn't a one-off. This isn't because they lost by almost 30 or whatever it was. Like this isn't that. This is because this continuously happens. And a team that, was, they were just talking about how they were would shoot almost 40% from 3 or some crazy number. They were number 1 in the 3-point in the last 10 games or something like that. The process is just bad. Like you don't even know what your opportunities come from or could come from. Zion Williamson has Grayson Allen, sealed. You don't even look at him. And look, even my dog Jordan Hawkins, right? Like at one point, Zion had somebody sealed. He didn't even look. But I think that goes back to coaching. I mean, most people be like, "Well, Jordan should look." Like, no. If he was told, like, "Hey, we're gonna look for this option first, And if it's not there, then we should go left. Like, it's a common occurrence. This isn't just a Jordan Hawkins thing. This isn't just a Trey Murphy thing. This isn't just a Najee Marshall thing. This isn't just a CJ McCollum thing. This isn't just a Brandon Ingram thing. It's everybody. And Lito talked about ecosystem. I think this team doesn't know who's the best player. They can't know.
Wait, can you explain why? What do you mean by that? Why don't you think they know?
It changes from game to game. Like who are we gonna get involved? What you mean who we gonna get involved? The best route to take is to give the ball to number one and use his abilities, and everybody else fluctuate around him. And that's just how you have to play. The most successful version of this team looks good when he has the ball in his hands, making decisions with shooters around him. If you're not doing that,
you muted.
What's the point?
Thanks, Shaz. Devin Booker had 30 shots tonight. 30 shots.
Let's go.
Has Zion Williamson ever had 30 shots in a game?
Let's go.
I don't think he's ever had that. Maybe once.
And that was 30 shots in 30 seconds. Like, did Devin play in the last 7 or 8 minutes?
No, he didn't really play in the fourth.
Really. He didn't play in the fourth.
Yo, shout out to everyone in the super chat, man. We definitely gonna get to y'all.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, man. The super chats are great. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a little. I'm a little distracted because I'm looking at the box score, so I appreciate that.
They appreciate how we doing it.
Yeah,
how we good.
Yeah, you're fine.
But yo, bro, it's fine. At one point,
y'all carry.
At one point in the third, right? At one point in the third, I text y'all. I was like, yo, Zion got Bradley Beal on him in the post, and he got looked off 7 possessions in a row. And he like, hey, he ain't like this chilling in the post. He like,
yeah,
yo, can I get the ball? They tripping. Go ahead, Lito.
No. I want to ask y'all this question. Mm-hmm. I see these comments a lot on Twitter. Give Zion the keys. Give Zion the keys. Give Zion the keys.
Say it, Lito. Say it.
What's stopping Zion from having the keys? Who is? In my opinion, you have. Go ahead, say it.
No, he gotta take the keys.
He gotta take the fucking keys. Why do I have to give you, bro? You was on a billboard. You on the side of the you on the side of the shout 504. You on the side of the arena. You a superstar. You got a Jordan deal. You in Paris with it. What do you mean give you the keys? Why do I have to give you anything? Why is Zion not, bro? I'm gonna be in the locker room after the game. Hey, y'all motherfuckers got to give me the ball. Y'all tripping.
I think
you got to give me the ball, dog.
I really think a part of it is like personality. It's like even when like the beginning of this year when Zion was like, I'm not talking to the media and all that, I'm like, that's not his personality. He gonna end up going right back to being the dude he is. Like, so that's just not him mentally, and that's what holds him back. It's like the Shaq clip you sent us earlier. It's like, yo, bro, you gotta be a killer out here. Like you gotta take that ant leap mentally. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's as much mental as it is anything else. Like at one point, this motherfucker shooting 70% from the field. You waited but you took a whole quarter to get another shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is, to a point. It's like it's your situation. It's your fault to a degree, because the thing that bothers me the most with this team, you can see when they make a point of emphasis to get one person going. Like they're going, like that Charlotte game, I felt like the point of emphasis was, yo, we got to get BI going, right? It's like, all right, cool. Tonight, I didn't know what it was. Like, what the fuck happened? Like, I don't know what happened. And I think,
can I get in here real quick? Because at one point, the Suns countered. I'm serious. The Suns countered with Bradley. And look, the Suns are, I don't give a shit about the standings right now. The Suns are a top 3 team in the league, not necessarily the Western Conference, the league. They had Kevin Durant, Eric Gordon, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal with Nurkic on the court. We had Dyson Daniels, Herb Jones, Larry Nance, Brandon Ingram, and Jordan Hawkins. You're not going to win that. You're just not. Like, look, the Suns won by 14 tonight. They won by 30. Okay, I don't think the Suns are 30 points better. I just think I don't think they're 30 points better. I just think that they exploited matchups tonight that the Pelicans didn't. I'm telling you right now, I just watched Grayson Allen guard Zion. How many shots do you think Zion shot in the first 5 minutes tonight?
Probably
First
0.
5, probably
Yeah.
4.
You think he got 4? You really think he got 4?
5 minutes?
Oh, wait, how many minutes
In the first 5 minutes tonight, before he got subbed out, how many shots do you think he got?
0.
I thought he took 3 in a row.
3 in a row. I would have every possession should have went straight to Zion on the block. Grayson Allen was guarding him. I don't care about anybody else. Like, I don't care. It's exploiting the matchups. Tonight, Phoenix and Vogel made it a point to put Zion and or JV in the action.
Shout out to Brennan.
Shout out to Brennan. Appreciate you. I just thought the Suns exploited it tonight. I just don't know if I thought Brandon got going early, but I would rather Zion got going early. I really would have.
Hey,
5. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Wait, 5. Before you answer that, Justin, just let me host the show, dog. You got shit to say.
I really do. Go ahead. You know what?
Like, stop playing.
We'll
like,
flip it.
Fuck.
I didn't even. You know what? I'm so sorry. I didn't even fucking do the birdsong read. I'm so mad. So
go
shout
ahead.
out.
Go.
Birdsong Law Firm. I don't even know. Shout out to Birdsong Law Firm. Thank you for sponsoring the show. DraftKings, Crystal Hot Sauce, Cubby Bear. Look at 4600 for Richie. Look, I see y'all have a lot of comments. We're trying to get to them all. Thank you for all the super chats. We have like 40 comments starred right now. Lito, go ahead.
Say, let me ask you a question. If I'm Coach Green, and I obviously I'm telling you, we top. First of all, shout out to the previous game with the previous questions you asked Willie in the report that y'all had.
Shout out.
That was dope. And shout out to
the last couple games too. You had great questions with CJ. You've been fantastic, 5.
You've been on the road asking questions like you in the locker room. You doing your thing, dog. Like you killing it. I ain't gotta tell you because you was there. You saw it. But I just want to say, I just wanted to let you know you was doing your thing. But my question to you is, if I'm Coach Green, and obviously I'm making a mandate. I made it a mandate where obviously it seems Brandon is being our de facto point guard with 11 assists tonight. I'm sure he's making a point to the team that Zion has to get the ball. How much of this falls on Willie Green? How much of this falls on Zion?
If you giving me percentages, I think
yeah.
I think it's 75 Willie, 25 Zion. Like that, and I get it. Willie can't be out there on the court to say, but there seems to be some kind of pecking order issue, right? There just seems to be like that. There shouldn't be a time where, and again, it's not like Brandon doesn't pass Zion the ball. I'm not saying that, but it's like, even if your coach told you to do something, you got the ball in your hand, you should nix all that. Like Grayson Allen guarding Zion, let's run something for Zion, or just dribble to the left. There were so many times where the Pels operated with like 60% of the court occupied. That's it. Like it would be like free throw line, let's say one wing in the right corner, and the whole left side would be free. But yet they shooting on the right side with everybody right there. There's no space. There's no nothing. I think that's coaching. That's not Zion. That's not Brandon. That's who that falls on. And it's not to say I don't like this coaching staff. I think there's like really brilliant basketball people, but I think like sometimes it just gets in the way of the betterment of the team. Like what's better for the team? Like we've seen this team win in so many ways.
Yeah.
Like we're confused at times. We don't know what we're gonna see night in, night out. And I really wanted to break this point. This building, the Smoothie King Center, was ready to erupt.
Thank you.
Like, dog,
that's my fucking problem.
You can literally feel the energy in your feet. Like when you walking in a building, people got this silly hats on. I got like a couple of it somewhere, and people just waiting on like the intros is fire. Everything's just waiting on this moment to happen. And Chaz texted, he talked about ESPN had a fight on, but he was really talking about the Nuggets. And I think this Nuggets and the Celtics. This felt like the first quarter, let's say the first 5 minutes, felt like a heavyweight or very skilled fight where you're just jab, trying to figure it out. Jab, okay, hook, take one. It felt like give and take. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do, and then the switch happened. Like it just fell off the cliff.
What was the switch in your opinion, Five? Or whoever wants to answer, where do you feel like the game switched? Because you're right. Because it went back and forth, and then bam, 20.
You remember
Zion Williamson? Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Zion Williamson checked out of the game.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead, Chad.
Was Zion checked out? It was like Booker whispered in Brandon there, like, I killed Mufasa. And then it was over. It was over. Like, I gotta admit, like, for me, I'm just tired of playing these games, bro. I'm tired of playing these games. I'm tired of this man not talking after the post games, after losses. I'm tired of a lot of shit. Like, I'm tired of being confused about what's the next step going to be as far as, well, tonight, all right, this motherfucker hit a three. So, all right, clearly they see he hitting threes, he attacking downhill. They ain't really got Nurkic, can't do nothing with him. You got Grayson Allen and Bill guarding them. This is going to be a game where you play inside out. This is a team you play inside out.
Wait, hold up. Yeah, keep going with that, Chaz. Because someone in the keep going. Because someone in the chat said this. I'm trying to find it. Go ahead.
Yeah, this was an inside out game, right? And tonight it was just weird, man. It was just weird. And a lot of people were saying, like, it being against Kevin Durant. I hope we don't see a lot of those mid-range jumpers and a lot of, like, trying to live up to the. And the thing is, Kevin Durant was like kind of he neutralized himself for the most part. They was just like, oh, no, Booker, he got it on his mind. Get out his way. That's an understanding of the situation. That's like, this motherfucker got 30 points. Like, leave him alone. Let him do his thing. Like, but
I was going to ask a question. Whose team is it in Phoenix?
Oh, that's Booker's team.
Absolutely.
Whose team is in New Orleans?
You know what, Justin? You know what's crazy about that? You know what's crazy about that question? I've literally listened to multiple podcasts. Shout out to Tim Legler. I really like Tim Legler. If y'all like basketball, listen to that dude talk about basketball. Tim Legler talked about this like 3 or 4 weeks ago about the Pelicans. He said that might be the only team in the league where we wonder who's the best player on that team.
Yep.
Like around the league. Yeah. Like it's very difficult to do. Like,
who's the best player on the team, Bob?
The best player on the team? It's Zion. Zion.
Okay.
Like if there's my opinion, okay, cool. If you don't believe so, that's on you. It's Zion.
Yep.
And I think that's like an issue, like an identity issue with this team. Like you guys don't know. If anybody watched Anthony Edwards last night, he had 2 points at halftime. 2.
What do you have in the second half?
I think he had like 26 in the second half.
28.
If I'm not mistaken. 28 in the second half. Like, that's what best players do. Best players do.
To piggyback, and it might have been Tim. No, I think it was McMahon that I heard on another. This was after the Zion game against Minnesota. They're like, at what point do they just let this guy take 20 shots? Like, he went 11 for 14 and he had, he was fucking amazing. At what point he was talking to Brian Windhurst. He was like, at what point do they just embrace what they need to do? Will Guillory, shout out to Will. Will did an interview with John Hollinger this offseason, right? This was after all the trade stuff died down. Go read what John Hollinger was saying about, like, John Hollinger, like, that no one across the league has any type of delusion about how this should be ran. You saw it on TNT. They're like, you got 2 guys who they better than you right now, and they shouldn't be. No one has any type of delusion about how shit should be ran. And it's like, I don't understand it, because it's like, won't you just embrace what needs to happen here? Like, won't you lean into it? I don't understand it.
Can I tell you when I thought the game changed?
Go ahead.
Zion Williamson hit a corner 3. We hadn't seen him hit a corner 3. I don't even know the last time
I've ever seen him hit a corner 3.
Zion Williamson hit a corner 3 early in the first quarter, and I turned to Chris and I go, "Oh, this dude's ready." Like he wants the moment, right? And I thought then, I was like, he's about to take over. And what do? They consistently put him in the corner. And I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, you got to involve Zion. Like Zion is your guy. You got to put the ball in his hands and let him go. And that's when I thought, so I think Zion hit you know what, Chaz? I'm going to look this up right now. Because Zion hit the corner three. It was early in the first. So Zion had an alley-oop, bam, dunked it. Then he hit the corner three at the 7:35 mark, and they took him out. And then he got a layup. Pelicans were down 2. Got the layup. Pelicans take a timeout. He's out.
Yeah, it was the score 13 or something like that.
No, I'll tell you right now. It was Beal hits a jumper, 21-17, and then they go.
I think
Zion goes out. Zion goes out, and they go on a 12-3 run after the Zion 3 and the Zion. And we look, and this whole panel, and Leo, I want to hear your thoughts, because this whole panel has talked about the Zion rotation. Like, so Brandon takes the whole first. Well, usually takes Brandon takes about 10 minutes of the first. Zion goes 6 minutes, then Zion comes in for the last 2 minutes of the first quarter,
which are the worst rotations ever.
And then starts the second. And every time this is like, I feel like every time Zion's taken out, boop, other team goes on a run. Lito or whoever. Go ahead, 5, if you want to go.
Go ahead, Lito.
Go ahead, 5.
Lito, go ahead. Oh, these rotations are stupid. They don't make any.
Because I think Zion's in the best shape he's been in all year.
How you gonna tell me to start talking and you start talking?
Because now thoughts are coming.
I'm trying to tell him let me host the show.
Because Booker played 15 straight minutes tonight. Do y'all realize that Booker played the entire first quarter and the first 4 minutes of the second quarter?
Yeah,
thanks, Justin, for taking my point after you told me to talk. Listen,
Bob, me and you got the same. But me and you got the same. We got the same mind.
We have a birthday a day apart. It's cool. Listen, that's my point. Joker plays the first 12 minutes of every game. We can't get Zion past the 6-minute mark. This is not a Zion problem. Like, you haven't even tested him. You haven't pushed him to say, all right, let's see if you can go 7. Let's see if you can go 8. Let's see if you can go 10. Like, we don't even get to these points. It's like, I didn't know rotations were set in stone. I didn't know that you can't change them.
Only here.
Like, based on performance and skill. Listen, you talked about Grayson Allen guarding Zion, right? Like, you knew it was an arms race then. Like, you knew from the get-go, like, hey, this is how we're gonna have to rock. And y'all know as I am, I'm a big Herb Jones supporter. This just wasn't his game. If he wasn't knocking it down, cool. I would have did the exact same thing to Devin Booker. I would have put Jordan Hawkins on Devin Booker. Yeah, he gonna get killed just like everybody else. But at least he has to guard on the other end. He can't just hide out on the corner and just leave somebody open. But to play Jordan Hawkins 6 minutes in the first half, it's almost you setting yourself up for failure. You gave the kid all the confidence in the world, and now you're just slowly but surely just ripping it away.
It's like an abusive parent. You tell me you love me, you beat me, right? And then like I do all the wrong things and you just take like I'm just saying like you
Friday night.
You literally are exposing him to the world, and then you come back the next day and you like, yeah, that shit wasn't good enough. I don't understand. Listen, Justin, I got a question for you. Dog, when Zion comes out and he says, when I miss my first shot, I'm scared to take more shots because whatever XYZ. How you feel about that? Like what does that tell you?
I think it's bullshit. I think it's just him feeling sorry for himself, because I think he's a guy that hunts his shot. I don't think he's I think he wants to make the right play every time. I really do. And I think Brandon does too. But I think Zion, I don't believe that. I do not believe that because I think Zion, I think he believes in. I just wish Zion would add a little bit more to his game. Like when he shot the corner three tonight, I was like, yo, I really thought Zion was about to go for 40. But the problem is Zion had it going early and they didn't realize like, yo, get to number one. That was my biggest problem. When you see somebody's got it going, you exploit it, especially when Grayson Allen's guarding you. That was my biggest issue tonight. When Zion hit the corner three, BI hit him with the lob, Zion got the layup, they take the timeout, and then you take him out. No, it's as a coach, and this is why I hate schedule rotations. You got to have a feel for the game. That's your biggest, like that is your biggest moment as a coach. Like you can do X's and O's, you can do game plan, whatever. You got to realize when someone's got it going, you go to it. And guess what? Vogel tonight realized Booker had it going, and KD realized it, and Beal realized it, and Nurkic realized it, and they went straight to Booker. And he played 16 straight minutes tonight and dropped 30 in whatever it was, 17 minutes. Zion had what? 12 in what? 8 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Go ahead, Chaz.
Oh no, I want to say that I think again, and this comes from it's the smallest, like tiny nuances to me that's why I feel like this dude would never be maximized as long as it's David Griffin or Willie Green. Because it's something as stupid as announcing his name last. It's trivial. It's stupid. But it sets a certain level of expectation. Like, you star, it's all on you, bro. We follow you. Like you gotta know who you dealing with. Yeah, we would like a person to stand out and be an alpha, but some motherfuckers mentally, they just one of the guys. Knowing who you dealing with, you got to give that person a kick in the ass every once in a while because they naturally settle into being just one of the guys. Like they settle into they're not meant to stand out. They're meant to just be one of the people. So you got to like add expectations on top of that. But who would you guys say this team's point guard is?
Ooh, there was a good point there in the second quarter, Chaz, because at one point, yeah, Zion, Hawkins, Trey, JV, and maybe Najee. And I was like, and Chris goes, you don't have a point guard out there. Because I think their point guard Zion.
Right. So I'm saying just generally, who do you think recognizes? I'm not asking who plays it best or nothing like that. I'm asking who recognizes time, situation, circumstance. Whose duty is it?
Nobody.
Like, yo, all right, this dude didn't get a couple touches. Let me feed him. Whose duty is that on the floor this season?
He's not on. That person's not on the roster to me.
Wait, explain. Wait, Chaz.
I don't think.
Run that back again. Wait, run that back.
No.
Run that back again.
I'm just asking who's, from everything we heard this offseason, whose job is that? Whose duty is that right now? Yeah. Like that's somebody on this team's duty.
Well, you heard a lot of Point Brandon, right? I think that's what
that's his duty. Now that's taking a fish out of water, but that's your duty. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's your duty in this scenario. Like you mentioned, Jokic can score 40 points every night if he wants to. Like anytime he wants to, he can do that. But it's like your duty is to make sure Murray doing this thing. Make sure Michael Porter Jr. gets fed. Throw a crazy fucking reverse dunk lob to it was Aaron Gordon. You know what I mean? And Reed Reagan, CJ averaging 5 assists as well. But that duty has kind of been taken away from CJ this season. So I don't know. But go ahead, Fi.
That's really the point, right? Like, how can CJ control the offense when 1 and 14 need the ball to operate? Right. Like they need the ball. Like, he can't be like, hey, let's give JB the ball, but I'm on the wing. I don't have the ball to say, let's give JB the ball. They do. Like it's.
Oh, JB started 3 or 4 tonight, by the way. 5. 3
yeah, JB did his thing. He was rebounding good too.
JB could have had a 20 and 10 game if they were consistent about it or thought provoking about it. Like this team doesn't have an inside presence. They don't. Like I'm talking about the Phoenix Suns. They don't.
Yeah.
You could have killed them all night if you wanted to. But for some reason, you wanted to go back and forth with a guy in Devin Booker, like great player, but your advantage. Does this team know what the advantage is night to night? Like you thought you were going to be able to play the way you played against Dallas, the same way you were going to be able to play against Phoenix. That was going to work
without Luka at that.
It just wasn't. It just wasn't probable, man. It just wasn't.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, I'm done.
So question. I got a question for whoever wants it. I think the Pels still ended up shooting 43 tonight. And Five, you kind of talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
But my question is, was that shooting sustainable for us? Like, was that style of play sustainable?
If you were looking into getting the right shots, right? When I say shoot 43s a game, and you look back at those games, think about the OKC game, right? When they were down a bunch. I like to use that they had. It was no Brandon, possibly no Zion, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Zion played Brandon.
Zion played OKC.
Okay, Zion played.
Well, we were down 20 early in the first. Is that what you're talking about?
Down 20, but at no point did you see a bad three. Everything was off movement, off player movement, swings. I couldn't tell you a swing tonight. I didn't see one of those tonight, but I saw a lot from Phoenix. I saw a concerted effort to shoot corner threes from Phoenix. Like KD mid post, we're going to the corner. Oh, you're gonna help from the low man? I'm gonna skip it and shoot the three from Grayson out. Like those are the threes that I'm talking about. Good threes, not dribble pull up from the left wing, which is really the hardest three to take.
Tough.
Right?
Yeah, I thought Herb had a bad three tonight. Actually, I didn't mind his corner threes, but
Wasn't
it was
it transition?
early in the first quarter. I think it was off a made bucket.
But,
Herb took a left wing three,
and it barely hit the rim. Yeah.
It didn't hit the rim, hit the backboard, and there were a couple threes like that tonight where because it's funny, Five. You bring up a good point, right? I understand the 40-point range, like, but it was clear you didn't have it going. And to me, you got a plan B, right? You got Zion, who could be a post player. You got JV, who's got going. Like, to me, I would have flipped it. Like, oh, we don't have it tonight. Like 2 of 9. Like, we started 2 of 12, I think. I would have gone post. I would have just gone straight post, play inside out.
Or
that's
even,
just me. That's just me.
I might have played Hawk a little earlier as well. Like, I didn't really understand that. I just don't like. Okay, Dyson Daniels hasn't stopped anyone in quite some time. He hasn't really made life difficult for anyone in quite some time. Like, when it comes to those like high end, like I'll give him Fox. He made life difficult for Fox. But when it comes to other like high end caliber points, what's my man, Kyrie them, like all them dudes, like he ain't really, so what's the point? And by the time you got Dyson in the game, you're already trailing. So like what and they put him back in the game in the second half.
That's what we're talking about. It was the lineup when it went Dyson Herb. They did Dyson Herb early in the first, and they were down 6 and it ballooned to 12, and then they put Hawkins in.
See, this is. Can I address this one thing, please? And this is why I'm not even gonna put. It's not even. I'm not. He's not with me putting them on the thing. But bro, you said Zion led the team in scoring and has led to more losses recently. Would you want more? The losses have come to the Phoenix Suns, right? Phoenix fucking Suns, Dallas Mavericks, and the Denver Nuggets, bro. What are you talking about? Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
who said? I don't see the comment, but
Mont Diggity.
Mondo. Hey, I'm glad you brought that up. Look, there's a couple, and Lito, I'm glad we're gonna get to commercial here in a second, but there are a couple people in here that have always showed up every single night, like Chung. Usually it's like I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of people. I want y'all to like DM me so we can get y'all some apparel, some merchandise. We really appreciate y'all supporting the show. Make sure you smash that like button. Like even like Mont Dog, like Mondo, you've been here all the time. We appreciate you. I know Corey's been here, 504 boy, Thomas, Big Swole,
Young
like
prospect.
even Enterprise. Yes, Enterprise. Like I want y'all to if y'all could DM me on y'all could DM me at Propel Talk or email me. We got some merch for y'all. Shit, yeah, David, I forgot about you.
Oh yeah, Dave,
yes,
of course,
you
yeah,
too, bro.
That boy, Hoffa.
I'm just
y'all
like
know
yeah.
Wait, he's one too. Chung's been like probably the all-star. Yo, by the way, Chung, we want to invite you onto a show. So if we could ever get you on a show, we'd love to have you on. So let's hear from DraftKings. Y'all fill up the comments as we're about to bring up all y'all's comments. About a minute. We're gonna take a minute break and then we'll get to y'all's comments. DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL playoffs, is bringing you an offer that'll help make the playoffs electrifying. New customers can bet $5 on any game and get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code BOOT. New customers can bet just $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bets. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code BOOT. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 21 or older in most eligible states, but age varies by jurisdiction. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details and state-specific responsible gambling resources. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Bonus bets expired 168 hours after issuance. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/basketball terms. Sure, I'll put my headphones back on. Presented by Cover, look at 4600 for Red Street. Let's see, Jared. Let's go with you because you haven't been on a show in a while, man. So you've been doing some great work. Shout out to you, 5. You went to Dallas the last couple of days, covered the last couple of games. Let's talk about CJ. What did you see from CJ tonight?
I mean, I think this is more apparent that if CJ has a bad game, this team loses. That shouldn't be his role, right? When are we gonna see a game where Zion and Brandon lead this team to the promised land? Like we saw Tim Hardaway Jr. and Kyrie Irving have 41-point performances. I mean, these guys have been together, 5 years off and on, and we haven't seen it. We haven't seen it. We saw CJ and Zion have a 40-point game together before. That was last year.
Against Philly, right?
Yeah, against Philly. So I'm not saying they need to score 80 to fulfill this idea, but they need to be able to play, good basketball when they're both on the court. You shouldn't have to have platoon system for each one of your guys. Trying to figure out we need the other role players to fit well with the stars. What you mean the stars can't play together? You can't be successful with the stars on the floor. You can't outplay the other stars. There should have been an opportunity tonight where you saw Devin Booker had it going early. Okay, cool. It should have startled you. You should have been able to say, okay, cool. If he wants to shoot those, cool. We got a guy. And we're gonna execute on the offensive end to our advantage, but we don't recognize what that advantage is, and we'll continue to say this. They don't do the easy thing. They want to make it more difficult on themselves, and I just don't know why.
That's a really good point, 5. Chaz, would you have Chung be on Hot Takes with Chaz? One time, would you have?
Yeah, that's good.
Chaz and Chuck.
We said we got Joe again. Joe, can I take this one?
Which one you want? Which one you want?
That was crazy. Hey, he gonna say which one you want. That's even wild.
Hold tight. Before we move on, Lito.
Go ahead.
Lito.
Yeah, Lito's
my
so
dog,
quiet.
bro.
Go ahead.
Lito, you my dog, bro. But I had to watch that recording from the last pod, bro.
Man,
bro. Y'all had to do y'all had to go to a commercial break.
It's a TV timeout. Yeah.
A TV timeout. Give me
20. 5. He was out of control. Crazy.
That's why I've been so quiet tonight. I'm you know what I'm saying?
Oh man. I got it. Who the fuck had that queued up? That's crazy.
It's Chris Connor for you, Chaz. Go. You wanted to address the comment.
Joe, bro. I think Phoenix. I'm sorry. I think Utah will be out of their fucking minds, bro. This is something I've been doing a bit of research. I got a show coming talking about this, but yo, man. I had a talk with Ross. Y'all know Ross, and he really enlightened me. He's like, there's not a ton of teams in the league right now that don't currently have a player or maybe multiple players that are either better than Brandon or playing at a similar level for less money. So when you take in Brandon's contract extension into the equation, man, it's crazy when you consider Laurie making 17 mil, Colin Sexton making 17 mil. I don't think you probably could give Dyson to somebody, and they probably we can develop this guy. He's exactly what we need. And they probably didn't watch Dyson play much. So I think any dreams of the Pelicans making that all-in move, I think we stuck, bro. 50, I think we stuck.
Lita, I'm glad you brought that up, Chaz. Lita, what do you think of Dyson tonight? Respectfully, one more thing.
Respectfully. I'm sure.
Yo, by the way, Sip called you out the other night. Like, once you say respectfully, it's gonna be disrespectful. That's just what it's gonna be.
Of course.
With all due respect, to Brother Daniels, he seems like a really nice guy, sweet kid, coach's kid.
First one in, last one.
First one in, last one out. A son of Australia.
Lunch pail guy.
Crocodile Dundee.
All right, Leo, can we get something here? You're dancing.
Bro,
pause.
He stinks. He stinks. What you want me to? You
offensively or why?
His defense don't matter to me. It don't matter.
Okay.
What could he do against Devin Booker tonight?
Nobody could.
Okay, so Herb couldn't. Also, so
here, can I tell you something, Leo? I actually thought Dyson. I thought there were some shots that Booker hit tonight, like these fadeaway corner, like 15-footers. I'm like, I don't know what you do.
You don't do anything, Justin. But
I don't know what you do.
You don't put them both in the game in at the same time. That's what you don't do to counter.
Yeah, you can't ever do that.
You don't put Dyson in now because you saw Booker hit a 3. You put Dyson in. That'll fix it.
That's my thing.
That'll show him.
Yeah, Dyson's first few plays. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I thought about this the other day when we was kind of having our discussion in our group chat, and we were talking about Jose and Dyson. I can name you probably 5 games off the top of my head that Dyson. Wow, Killer Cam, bruh. If you
check out me and Chaz's show 2 years ago, but go ahead, 5.
I can name you 5 games that Jose has won because of his impact. I can't name you 1 game that Dyson has won. Like, if it wasn't for Dyson, this team would have. Like,
right, we'll win this game, right?
I can't name it. The fact that I can't do that, and he's the 8th pick, lets you know, like, he on the clock.
Hey, I don't know if y'all heard this the other day, but I wanted to bring this up. You know, we talked about Brandon playing in FIBA this summer and how it was supposed to, right? So I'm listening. I'm listening to Ant the other night. I'm listening to Ant the other night.
Oh, I ain't hear this.
You didn't hear the Anthony Edwards comment, Chess?
Nah. You know, I'm snowed in around here. I'm lucky I got the internet. So it's real.
Yeah. So everything we thought would come from, you know what I'm saying, homie going to FIBA and shout out to Joe and playing in that type of environment. And Edwards said that's what he got from it. And that's what brought up on the change from him this season. You know how they say like overnight superstar, like he just changed, like he's a super. He was like that. It affected him that much, being in that type of environment with those kind of minds and those players.
Man, look, bro. He got benched. Brandon got fucking benched. He got benched. Like, you ain't get benched. Look, and here's the thing: you ain't get benched on a national stage. You got benched on a world stage. You got benched. You got benched. And look, then not only did you get benched, you got like cut. Essentially, they're like, yeah, we don't need you to the last few games. Just go ahead, see the sights. What it was at in the Philippines? Like, yeah, go see Manny Pacquiao's house. He's running for president. Like, no, we don't need you. And dog, I think Bi just struggles playing against next to high level talent, because maybe it's a situation to where he doesn't know how to be effective when he isn't scoring or on ball. But like they was like, Bi, look, we want you to shoot threes, play the mellow role. Look, bro, the 3-point line closer. It's closer. This is your shot, baby. This what you do.
I'm like a mid-range. You stupid.
Mid-range.
You stupid.
And you couldn't do that. So I don't know, man. But Ant saying that and coming into the situation with a totally new mentality, because it was like him and Cat. Now it's Ant, Cat. Cat ain't even like fighting, and he having a hell of a season, but he not even like trying to contend with Ant. The writing's on the wall. So I don't know.
There's I gotta bring up a comment. It's look, and it's no skill. It's no skill. No skill said we have no idea what we're talking about, so I'm getting out of here tonight. But then you got like 20 different comments of just other shit going on. Like, is this dude serious? Like, you're still here. Please add context. Let me know what you want us to talk about. Okay, so I'm letting you know, no skill right now with the KD avatar. You put in the comment what you want us to talk about, and I will talk about it. But don't come in here disrespecting other people and then still be in the chat. So let me know what you want us to talk about, and we'll talk about it. X, appreciate you, man.
Thank you, X.
Fucking Dennis Allen. Lito Ross showed the chat. Was Dyson first off the bench tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
No, Trey was. No, it was Trey. It was Trey.
No, it was Dyson. You sure it was Trey? Oh, because the Zion for Trey. So after the timeout, right?
Yeah. But then Dyson came in, and then so they did the Dyson Herb lineup, which is, look, if you want to be happy about the result, I'm quoting Nick Saban. If you want to be happy about the results, be happy about the results. If you want to be happy about the process, I'm not happy. Dyson and Herb lineups don't make any sense. I don't know what else to tell you. They did the Dyson Herb lineup once again, Jarrett, and they got exposed. You couldn't stop Devin Booker, and then Hawkins came in for Herb. You go down 12.
You know how I know we're right about stuff. You know why?
No, we're the assholes. We're never right.
No. Because I'll talk to people inside the building that actually like possibly play NBA basketball, and I'll say out of my mouth, why is Trey subbing in for Herb? I mean, Trey subbing in for Zion. Why? And they'll say, I don't know, but that's a problem. And go on this spiel for things like that lets me know that we're not like making this shit up. Like, it doesn't.
Wait. Five. I want you to explain why it's not a good idea. And look, I understand. Chaz understands. Lito understands. I need you to explain though why it's not a good idea for Trey to be the first to sub in for Zion. I need you to explain it.
Simple mathematics. Like, Zion needs space. Trey is the spacer. Like, they should go hand in hand. Like, those minutes should mimic each other. They should mimic each other to a T. Like, to be honest, the organization goes as that duo goes. And I'll say it again, that the organization goes as that duo goes. If you
talking
can't
about
see
Zion and Trey.
And I'll be honest with you, like, that's kind of what it is. My opinion, that's okay. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Jordan Hawkins.
Yeah.
Trey Murphy. Zion Williamson. The next. Steph Curry. Klay Thompson. Draymond Green. Zion is way better than Draymond. But to be put in those roles, their skill sets were raised. Like if you just had an offense that was centered around those three, bro, what we would see would be, I wouldn't say it would be like Golden State at their peak, but god damn, we'll fall somewhere in the middle.
Shout out to Fresh Prince too,
Shout
man.
out to Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Yo. Wait. Can we address that?
Literally, you're running the show, man. This is your show.
Bet.
You ain't ask me, bro.
I want to give my opinion on this, but then I want to ask y'all about it because, like,
we might go for 2 hours tonight. Go ahead.
My baby sleep, bro. I'm good. I don't have nothing to do. I'm
for 2 hours is crazy, bro.
That is crazy. Damn.
Fuck, 5 joined the show. 5, you ain't joined the show a couple weeks, bro. We ain't seen you since Mexico. We gotta. He
still ain't pausing. He just went. He just went further.
I deemed this a no pause. I deemed it a no pause show. You can do it. I can do it. Right? Like, go ahead.
That's a little crazy too.
Yo, 5 is screeching.
Yo, listen. This is not a one-off occurrence. It's not about this game. Look at my dog, man. Ross, we need to get Ross, you gotta holler at us for the 5 seconds with Ross. You gotta let us know what you want us to say. We need that. Listen, this is not a one-off occurrence. I don't want people to think that this is about this game in particular. I don't think that those guys fit together. No. I'm 1,000% sure that they don't fit together because they're both 2 non-shooters, and the situation with the space, right? He talks about Trey and Zion, but like Brandon obviously needs the same thing, right? He needs the same space that Zion has. So I really don't believe that they mesh well because you see Zion go off when Brandon is on the floor. You see Brandon go off when Zion is on the floor. And when either one comes back into the game, it's like both of them are kind of passive aggressive. There's not a cohesiveness there.
Sorry, Lito, I'm distracted.
No, I told it like that's the thing too. Like even after the let's say the meeting, a lot of people took a lot away from that. And I say something on Twitter. I caught a little flack for it. Surprisingly, I was like, I don't really care if they get along. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of irrelevant. That helps the situation, but the fit just isn't there because there has to be a concerted effort to consistently take threes and do other things. Play inside out, play through the advanced creators. Brandon going into the half was, I think, 0 for 2 from 3. Brandon, I think he finished the game with 17 points, right?
17, 10, and 7. Yeah, right.
17, 10, and 7. Look, effective game, not max player game. 2 of those points were technical free throws. So essentially, he had like 15 points. And I think he went like 5 or 6 from the free throw line, had another bad shooting night from the field, like, field goal percentage. And last game, even the triple-double game, had a really not awesome game from the field. Beyond the arc, he had an excellent game. So you kind of almost need Griff. Look, Griff had an interview on Sirius XM, and he said some things. He was like, look, we love what CJ's doing, buying into, changing his game and from beyond the arc. We would love for Brandon to do that. This is the second season you're asking him to do that. It's like, bro, this is going to help you too. This is going to help you also. You got to take more threes, bro. Like, you have to do it. You have to you're shooting great at the rim. You got to effectively get to the rim. The first shot, to me, it was like Patrick Ewing. When Patrick Ewing hit that mid-range jumper, the first shot is over because he's not going to go in the post no more. He is going to keep hunting them dumbass mid-range shots. Came down tonight, shot that mid-range shot. I said, all right, it's over. All right, I see what kind of night we're in for. Look, other end, Booker comes down, hits a 3. I'm like, all right, so we trading threes. It might have been Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant comes down, hit a 3. So we trading 3. Okay. It's Booker, right? So I'm like, all right, we traded 3s for 2s. It's about to be that kind of night, I guess. And lo and behold, what the fuck ended up happening? It's crazy.
We're gonna get into the next segment. So I'm just gonna pull up all y'all's comments. So if y'all have questions for us, y'all want to answer. But the biggest is make sure y'all smash that like button. Lito, smash the like button. Can someone update us how many likes we got? And so we can probably double or triple that. Lito, we talked about this today.
Gotta.
Look, I said against Dallas. Was it Dallas? Yeah, it was Dallas. I said, look, Zion played well. I need more rebounds. This guy's a hater. This guy doesn't know basketball. This guy's an asshole. That blah blah blah. Keeps going.
Yeah.
Zion once gonna have 2 rebounds tonight.
3.
Oh,
same thing.
3.
It's the same thing. No, don't apologize. It's the same.
He got 2 of them like in the fourth.
Those got to go up. Has to. I don't care. The superstars of the league rebound. Jokic. I know Jokic and beater centers. Luka averages 10 a night.
What you doing? What you doing out there? What you doing out there? Where you at? If you listen, I did a show about this very early in the season. I said that Zion's rebounding, when he rebounds the ball, it's a live ball turnover for the other team. Essentially a fast break for your team. And I gave the percentages on Zion where he rebounds. Initially in the season, he was rebounding the ball further out on the perimeter from 10 feet and out, which basically said he wasn't engaged defensively because he's standing on the perimeter, or either, most of your rebounds are 2 feet in. He was 7 to 10 feet out. That was.
Can we
his
talk about
highest.
it for a second?
Yeah.
Can we talk about it for a second? Because I think it's an interesting dynamic, right? When a 3 ball is shot, when you shoot it from 20 plus feet, do you think it's be a short rebound or a long rebound?
Long rebound.
Exactly. When the ball is shot in the paint, do you think it's be a short rebound or a long rebound?
Short.
It's going to be a short rebound. I don't know if it's I don't think Zion thinks about that, to be honest with you. I really don't. I don't think he understands angles. I don't think he understands how to attack rebounds. I really don't.
I think this team, IQ wise, is missing a couple things. And you know what? In my opinion, the 2 best players on the team, I just don't believe. I don't think they got the dog in them. Like, I don't think you got dogs as your 2 best players on your team. And I think that it affects the hierarchy, because if this was a situation where, let's say, we know Zion has the higher ceiling, right? But I think he's okay with fitting in. I don't think that he cares if he wins an MVP or if he, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he's more so just concerned with, I just want the guys to accept me and be, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think if you are a star, if you have this star ability, the worst thing you can do is fit in. Like, you can't fit in when you stand out. That shit don't go together. But listen, the rebounding thing is this. When Zion gets the ball in transition, he can do things that nobody else on this team for sure can do. He can cause problems in transition. You get fouls, you get points, he can get a rebound because of how quick he jumps. And then secondly, you can find a Trey, you can find a Hawkins, you can find a CJ for 3. 3 rebounds is egregious. That's egregious. You said 2, it might as well be 0. It's egregious. It don't matter.
Same impact. I think too, there was a couple instances tonight. So speaking of what, I want to hear Trey. Trey didn't have a good game, but he had one sequence where he got the rebound, brought the ball up court, had a nice pass, nice sequence, and ended up with the knocking down the 3. It was really impressive, that particular sequence. So shout out to him. But with Zion, again, it's you gotta have that dog. It gotta be, and what pisses me off, much like with BI, is like, you know what you need to do. Like, you know what you need to do. And I think it's a top-down issue as well, as far as, like, I don't like this equal opportunity offense, equal opportunity, everybody. Like, there's a couple instances tonight. Shout out to Larry, you know what I'm saying? Larry goes up for the rebound. Zion's right there. And he's like, oh, no, you get it. Like, no, motherfucker, you get it. Fuck him. No, I don't mean disrespectfully. I'm saying you got to be like that. Fuck him. Gotcha. Kevin Love was getting rebounds, 20 rebounds, like, just like going. Now, Kevin Love
20 nights.
Yeah,
unathletic white man.
Yo, Chaz, don't make that excuse. Nah, don't even dare make that excuse.
No, I mean, I just meant taller. But Kevin Love, as far as like skills and stuff like that, positioning himself, he was doing his fucking job on them boys every night. It's like, bro, you know you can get at least, to me, 7 should be the floor. Because I don't really expect 10, but 7 should be the floor. If you was getting like 7, 8 a night, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, motherfucker did what he's supposed to do, 7, 8 a night. Give me 6, 7 assists. That to me, that's a good game if you did your thing offensively for this particular person. Because I do take into account of you running out challenging a 3. You might be crazy and running yourself out of the play. But fuck that. Josh Hart is 6'4". Josh Hart can get you 12, 15 fucking rebounds. Scoot Henderson, he's having a weird season. Scoot Henderson has had several 8 rebound games, 7 rebound games. Not like Zion, enough is enough. Like all this, you know, enough is enough, bro. Like when does this team and you especially want to take the next step? Because it's levels to this. When you play the Clippers, it's levels. When you play Denver, it's levels. When you play the Suns, it's levels. You might be like the Kevin Love was on that chocolate milk. Yeah, watch out for Kevin Love. Kevin Love, he had a chocolate milk commercial. That's why I said that. 5 look. Him and Clay had like a chocolate milk endorsement.
Oh
like,
man,
they was on the same. They was on the same AAU team.
Nah, that's Dirk you thinking about. That's Dirk. You thinking about. But nah, motherfucker gotta get them boards, man. Gotta get them boards. Yeah, Hawkins attacks the rebound. Yes. Absolutely.
Yo, there's a lot of comments. So I'm gonna try to if y'all whenever y'all want to leave the show, y'all can leave the show. But
let's do it. We had a super chat we didn't get to also. We had a couple super chats.
I'll make sure I get to the super chats. Thanks for the super chat. I see Zion Joe 5. I'm interested. I had this queued up from Facebook. Michael Bourne. How far do you think the Pelicans will make it in the playoffs?
Not far, Mike.
Leo, now your question.
Nah, I'll be honest with you, Mike. I don't know. It's between getting to the first round and possibly getting to the second round. I would lean towards the first, not the latter. Like, I don't think this team is smart enough. Not to say like they have dumb players. No, I just don't think they like understand the nuances of basketball to a level like what it takes to really win a playoff series. Right. And I say they only win the first playoff series because they'll just probably try to say somebody has a bad series and they'll just out talent the other guys. Think about this. You know, the Pelicans are 6-9 in close games. What do you think that looks like in the playoffs? Like if you can't execute in the you know what I'm saying? Like if you can't execute in the regular season, we're in the dog days of the NBA. If you can't execute now, you think you're just gonna magically execute
at home?
Like nah, bro.
In front of home.
Can I say one more? By the way,
because the hoes
they were home today.
Shout out to our DraftKings go. 5. I wanted to ask you this. What is? I kind of want to flip it real quick. What is your goal then? What's your goal for the team this year?
My media goal. My media.
I want Jared Reed's goal. Jared Reed, not media. Jared, not media man. I want Jared Reed goal.
All right. Well, it would be to understand what my future looks like past the season. Because in my opinion, you're not championship ready, or we're not forward thinking enough. Everything it might be this team is New Orleans version of itself. They thinking about today and not tomorrow. That's it. It gets no further than that. It's no further. There's no setup. There's no process. There's no setup for the next. Like, nah, we got to eat today. We got to eat today. That's it. Because we don't know what tomorrow is promised. Because we got a healthy team and we got to maximize what this is right now. Like, no, we've seen enough. Like, you can't predict your own future. That's the problem. You can't predict what this team is going to look like if they're healthy. You couldn't predict that. Now that they're healthy and it's still inconsistent, there lies your problem. You don't know what this team looks like, good or bad. Well, you might need to change. You might need to look at some different ways of doing this.
Fair.
Can I add on to Fav's point?
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah. Also, again, with the salary cap, this is probably one of the last times you'll see this group of players right now, because things get terrible moving forward for the Pelicans from a salary cap standpoint. Even if you were to do this Jared Allen trade, there's several salary cap implications moving forward to where you better off going all in this season and blowing the team up than you'll be saying, okay, we took one step, let's try to take the next step next season, because you got to make a decision. You got to pay people. And in fact, you got a couple people expiring and money that'll be, due next year to where you won't even have your roster filled. You're going to have several open roster spots. You let JV expire, walk out the door. You don't even have a center next season. You don't even have a starting center. There's a lot of things reasons for you to go all in right now. Give it that old, Kawhi Leonard try. And if you fail, fuck it, blow it up. But they don't. I don't know. You're not going to pay the repeater tax. Gail is not paying no fucking repeater tax. So you got to do this now. You got to go.
You seen how quick she hopped out the tax this year. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. And
we haven't talked about the Kyra trade.
I think we talked about it enough.
This is gonna this is gonna make Ross sick. By the way, speaking of, I got a couple comments. I hope Ross still in chat saying that Matt Ryan is a fan favorite. Lito, I feel bad for you, Lito. I got a tough question for you.
What's that, bro?
Make sure you smash the like button. Do you guys think the front office prefers BI over Zion?
Yeah, I do. I think Griffin, Brandon have a decent relationship. I don't know so much about Griffin and Zion's relationship. The last that was publicly stated was he was playing the piano for him. So,
oh my God, dog.
I'm just saying, I think
Ross's piano.
He was playing Ross's piano. Ross is in a bubble.
Bubble Ross.
Bubble Ross is crazy, but I think
beads, bubble beads.
I think they got a decent relationship. I think Brandon and Griff, they like each other, which is I feel like everybody here in the chat, whoever, we have our opinions on whether Brandon is going to get this extension or not. Pause. Brandon, but Griff go. That's crazy. Griff go pay Brandon. He gonna pay him. So regardless of how you feel about it, I don't want you to be disappointed when it happens.
To add on to Lito's point, I think Griff, when you left Cleveland, he always said, he didn't have fun, right? Because you can just say LeBron, right? I think Zion kind of has like that similar-esque impact, like he doesn't have to.
It comes with expectations.
Yeah, like he doesn't have to answer to Griff like LeBron did. Like I'm bigger than the organization. That's kind of what it would feel like. So yeah, and Zion moves how he wants to move. So who really cares what Griff got to say when you gotta pay me, you gotta do this, like. But Zion gets paid, but yet I think Griff wants to like Zion. I think he wants to have a good relationship with Zion. I think Griff wants Zion to take the reins or take the organization by storm and carry it on his back. Like, I think he wants that. But he can't just be like, here, Zion. Zion has to literally take it. Pause.
That's a little crazy. But no, look.
I had to.
But it doesn't matter. 5. If you pause it after, Lito doesn't count it, so it's a whole thing. I mean, I've gone through that for multiple times now. I don't want to see the face. I mean, it's just bullshit. It's bullshit.
Yo, listen. I was talking to Jermaine earlier, and I said we were talking about the Masai Pascal situation as far as because we talking right, like we talking.
Let's keep it. Fuck it.
Let's keep it a bean. Like y'all ain't here with us. Y'all our partners. We talking.
I see the super chat, so I'll get to y'all in a second. But go ahead.
All right. So Masai viewed Pascal as a son. He viewed him as a son. I don't know the situation between Griff and Brandon and how close that is, how close they are. But what I did know is I watched Pascal's trade press conference, and Masai was clearly teared up. He was emotional. He felt like he had lost a member of his family. Griff considers Brandon family. Here's the difference, in my opinion. Regardless if Pascal was able to get the Supermax, Toronto had already informed him, we're going into another direction. We're not going to pay you that money because we don't think you're good enough. He told that to his son, a guy he considers his son. That's all I'll say about that.
I think they got, I said it in the show, they got a lot of weird, bizarre, intimate relationships on this team. And, you know, a few of them they happen to center around Brandon, at least two of them. Right. And I don't like what's going on. I'm tired of it. I think Griff is a slimy ass freak. And I'm just like, I'm saying, I think this man's a slimy ass freak. And like, bro, it's because, bro, look, I've analyzed this. I'm not even a super duper like salary cap person, bro. I've analyzed this from every fucking angle, right? I've thought about it. I was like, well, maybe if you do this, it's like, no, you gotta pay Trey Murphy. And if you know anything about the Murphys, they ain't got no problem saying, oh yeah, well, I'll get out of here. I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, they very confident people, as they should be, right? CJ, I don't know what you're gonna pay somebody to take his contract. You don't got a chance in hell without Zion. And Brandon is coming off of a not awesome year. You're gonna start paying this man $40+ million going into fucking year 10. Not to mention, like, I looked at it, bro. You will have like 9 to 10 players under contract. You won't even be able to fill out the rest of the roster as soon as next year if you don't do something dramatic in the offseason. It's gonna get real this offseason. Like, so I don't understand like the weirdness and lack of a business sense. You're not getting nowhere with this brother because not only the Pascal situation, compare that with what's happening with Zach LaVine. You can't give Zach LaVine away right now. And you're talking about similar tier players. I got you, 5. Go ahead.
All right.
See you, 5.
No. I got dip. Yeah, I got dip.
Oh.
To that point, before I dip, Pascal ends up going to Indiana. His skill set matches what they want to do
seamlessly,
and Indiana is going to pay him the money, right?
Yep.
So he's going to get paid, right? To pay somebody that amount, their skill set has to match the other guy.
Yep.
If it don't, use this instance as your lynch point, right? Like you have to. Y'all be cool, man.
All right, 5. Thanks.
Cool,
I also have to 5 or back to Lito and Chaz, but like I don't know if it's Rachel or Rochelle. I appreciate she's always in the chat too. I feel like I'm missing a couple other ladies.
Justin, how you get Rochelle out of that? How you get Rochelle out of that?
Rachel Allen, man.
It's Rachel. I mean, I don't know. Fuck.
Justin,
he said, I don't know if it's Rachel or Rochelle. I thought you said Rachel Rochelle.
No, I said I don't know if it's I was fucking Lito, man. You're always like, this is what I'm talking about. You can whatever.
Stay focused, man.
It's cool. I'm gonna stay focused.
What you about to
say? Fucking Chung, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button. We got some super chats, man. Cheese them. Young prospect, appreciate that. Real quick, Lito, because we have like 4 or 5 super chats. Do you guys blame the team shortcomings on the players or coaches?
I blame it on both. If me and Justin, we talked about this earlier, right? We talked about
Jermaine one time and Justin the other time. So I'm just trying to
J-Dog.
All right.
I'm gonna start calling you Tupac. Hey. Yo.
What's the best Tupac song ever?
Ever?
Gotta be Dear Mama.
Yes, Chaz. God.
It's hard to go against Dear Mama.
That's also like the most commercial one, but it gotta be Dear Mama.
Dear Mama's the best.
Now, if you're asking me,
Dear Mama's, I can actually go. I'm pretty confident I can go word for word.
Or Hit 'Em Up. It's one of those two.
Hit 'Em Up is a good one.
Yeah, they could play Hit 'Em Up in church. But I blame Depending on what kind of church it is. But depending on what kind of church. If it's Baptist, you can play hit 'em up. But both. Both. It's because Better Days was good too. Zion and Grip, because you know Willie Green's shortcomings coming into the season. You know Willie Green's shortcomings, and you know your players are shortcomings, and you knew you had to pay certain guys. You know certain guys are unreliable, et cetera, et cetera. It's both of their fault. This isn't all Willie Green, and it isn't all the players. It's both, because they both do each other a disservice.
Fair. From Brennan, real talk. Is it time to kill off Pierre and have him rise from the dead as a terrifying bone skeleton?
I like
That's not a bad idea.
I like it. I
like it. Hey, I learned tonight that the Superdome and the Smoothie King Center were built on a graveyard. Is that true?
Yeah, Superdome.
I did not know that.
That's old, right?
Did not know that.
Y'all don't remember when they did like the ritual in the Saints' first playoff appearance against the Rams, and Isaac King fumbled the punt return, and
they did.
Yeah, y'all didn't know.
That's crazy. I did not know that. Joe, man, you've done a lot of super chats. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, Joe.
The Gail Benson stuff, you know where we stand on that. Fresh Prince, appreciate y'all. I mean, it's I guess it's pro trade. What's the fucking name of the show? Pro
trade. Pro Pals Trade Talk.
Pro Pals Trade. Oh, fucking Chaz, stretch it out. Chaz, all in move.
Right now, I think it has to be because you're not getting Laurie at this point.
Getting Laurie.
I think you extend not extend JV. I think you just go get DeJounte Murray and you try to find yourself a gunner off the bench. You go get DeJounte Murray probably, and you try to find yourself a gunner off the bench, just because teams are good right now. There aren't really a lot of teams with good players looking to move them because there's so much. The Pelicans are tied with 18 losses with 5 teams. You know what I'm saying? So I think you could probably go get DeJounte and go there, but I don't even know if that's the all-in move, to be honest. Because too many guys that need the ball to be successful. I thought Laurie was it, and I don't think there's another one out there, y'all, to be real.
Interesting, Chaz. Got a lot of comments about that tonight. Lito, go ahead.
There is no all-in move. I don't think that even go all in on what? Like what is the move that you could make? Because like you were asking, what is the finish line for this team, right? Because I'm saying when you go all in, you saying this move is going to get this team an NBA championship. This move is going to get us to the finals, right? I don't see a move where we could do that, and not only that, we aren't going to make a move. So I think the move
I disagree with you. I think we do make a move.
Say, what about someone not actively on the block?
I think it's Jaron Allen. I think it makes perfect sense. I don't think it's a championship move. I think it's a move, though. I was, you know what, Lito? You wanted to go?
Check this out.
No, go ahead. I got something for you. Go ahead.
Wait. Check this out. This out. He has played himself out of
Pelicans price, right?
He has played himself out of that. And Justin, I'm gonna tell you this.
Come on.
My move is this. I don't think they're gonna make a move. I think they need to reevaluate who it is that you're about to have to pay. To me, in this situation right now, the best move is probably no move. You got that $18 million, right? Going into the offseason. You got the Lakers pick. You got all these picks. To me, you trade. If you do make a trade, like you trade for the picks, I think you extend JV. I think you extend JV, and then you can then trade him next year because you'll have a favorable deal. I don't see them doing it. I don't see them doing it now.
I think, man, like looking at it, you would have to send about two players out for Jared Allen, right? And let's say you receive, it would have to be JV.
I got the contract up right here, 20 mil.
Yeah, let's say JV and Dyson, right? Send out JV and Dyson. Okay, cool. And I think you got to bring back at least 2 players because of some of the minimums for, player minimums, right? Shout out to Jake, man. Shout out to Jake in the chat. So you got to send out JV and Dyson. You bring back Jared Allen, and let's say the other guy, Sam or whatever, right? Okay, cool. Now you've still got to sign a free agent to meet that 13 player minimum. Or I guess you sign Matt Ryan or something. The Pelicans
are sign Matt Ryan.
Yeah, the Pelicans are in a weird position because you almost have to consistently take back more players than you're sending out now and avoid the tax. So they could do something like pay the tax this year and duck out from under it in the off season, well, the end of next season. But even going into next season, if you sign Jared Allen right now, you'll have 9 players. Like third time I said it, but you'll have 9 players under contract, about $12 million. No, not even 12. Yeah, about $1.8 million away from the luxury tax. You gotta move off of one of these dudes. Like, you gotta move off of one of them. You have to. Eddie
Make
Jones.
Sure God, we're going an hour and a half. All right, well, I'm going 5 more minutes. Make sure you smash that like button if y'all want any questions answered by Lito or Chaz. Drop it in here. Presented to you by Company Burger, located 4600 Freret Street, and the Birdsall Law Firm, the official injury lawyers of Propels Talk. Let's see.
Damn, you see what Christian says?
I ain't see it yet. Hold on. We might got some breaking news around this bitch.
That's crazy.
Wow. Jared Allen is the name most commonly fucking. Oh no, Chaz. No, Lito. We don't know what the fuck we're talking about. We're assholes. All this other stuff. Jared Allen is the most commonly associated with the Pelicans. Yeah. They're looking to reset their center position a little more in the age timeline of their stars, Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson.
They thought to be open to moving Herb Jones. Yo, I said that.
Bro, Chaz.
Wait, hold up. Jonas Valanciunas on an expiring contract would wind up being moved, which would be smart given how much interest there is in certain incentives across the league. The Pelicans are thought to be open to be moving Herbert Jones.
Justin,
high on Jones, but it'll be difficult for the team to play their stars. Listen, I don't know how I feel about this.
What did I tell you the other day?
I'm disappointed.
What did I tell you the other day? I said,
I do not fucking feel good. No,
I said they lifted.
No.
I said they.
Hold on, Justin.
I said they lifted the trade exception. I told you this. I said they lifted Herb Jones's trade exception, and I gave you the list of names on that list. Every one of those players on that list are possibly going to get traded. I'm telling you, bro. What's the? I know, Justin, but what's the value? What's the value of defense? What's the value of defense?
But Lito, don't tell him. Stop. I don't like to get hot on this show. Pause.
Why not?
I like to get hot on the show.
We here.
Fuck it. Go for it.
Herb Jones is more than a fucking defender, and you know it. And y'all two are like, I think some of the highest IQ basketball people I've ever been associated with. Y'all both fucking know he's more than a defender. Absolutely. So don't tell me he's just a defender. He's a guy that slot cuts. He's a connector. He has the best Euro step in the NBA. That's, no question about that. And he's literally shooting a 38% best in his career. And y'all gonna say, yeah, can he do it for a season? Yeah. Well, the motherfucker's improved every single year in his shot. And also, I think both of y'all agree with this. He's the heart of the team. No doubt about it. Herb Jones is the heart and the leader of this team. And if you trade him, I think it's a disaster. I do.
Let me say this. I agree with you, but we talked about this a while ago. Herb's contract was designed to be traded because they could have gave him
Josh Hart.
Yeah, they could have gave him a little bit less money, and John Hollinger mentioned that as well. So they kind of overpaid him a little bit, and they gotta know that they failed with this goddamn Dyson Daniels experiment. They gotta know that. They're
going to trade the guy that they hit a home run on? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Dumb. No, yo, this motherfucker's dumb. Griffin is an asshole. We know that.
Crazy to me.
Hey, Justin.
They're not going to trade him, though. They're not going to trade
Justin.
Herb. I'm just saying.
You're tripping.
They're not. But
you're trying to piss me off.
The game, no. I'm saying no. I'm saying the game is the game, though. Like, right? We got it, bro. I'm not saying I'm happy about her getting traded. I'm not saying I want her to get traded. But we talking about. You just told me the move would be to get this guy would be an upgrade to the team. That's what you just said. Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike?
What? Hold up. We're talking about two different. If we're talking Laurie marketing, different conversation. Jared Allen, no.
Well, let me ask you this: who provides a greater value to this team, Herb Jones or Jared Allen?
Herb Jones. 1,000% Herb Jones.
I would say
Jared
Herb
Allen.
Jones
Do you think
and-
Jared Allen? Do you think Jared Allen plays closing minutes? Can you ask that, Lito?
I'm just
Answer
asking.
that. Can you answer that? Do you think Jared Allen would play closing minutes for this team?
He said the Thanasis.
No,
There's probably so many comments right now. I haven't paid attention to one comment because I can't imagine this team without Herb Jones. I think he's the heart and soul of the team. I really do.
I agree.
So you telling me? So let me ask you this: if you're not trading for, if you wouldn't give up Herb for the center of your future,
I want to go ahead.
If you wouldn't give up Herb, you told me that the center of the future is Jared Allen. You wouldn't give up Herb for the center of the future.
When did I say he was the center of the future?
Well, you told me this is the movie.
I mean, he got a multi-year contract.
Yeah, I'm saying he 26.
I said I'd give up Dyson Daniels and whatever picks and take whatever you want.
No.
I never said Herb Jones.
No. I'm saying Jared Allen is 26, 27 years old. I'm saying if you make that move, he is the center of the future.
No,
so
what
would you?
Because future is more than 2 years. He's got 2 years left on his contract.
I'm saying they go resign him. They you don't make that move and not.
You sure?
You would have to.
You sure?
All right. So what would you give up Herb for? This is my question that I'm trying to ask you.
Would you do Herb for DeJounte?
Straight up?
Nah, I mean you gotta make the salary work, but
you know how I feel about DeJounte. I love DeJounte. Yeah. Depends on that other players. The only people I probably do is DeJounte or Laurie. Everybody else.
That's the only people you would trade Herb Jones for.
I mean, like, that's realistically.
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I would trade Herb Jones for fucking Kevin Durant, Devin Booker.
Now, but see, here's the thing. Now, here's why I add a little bit of clarity. It wouldn't make sense if you were to trade Herb for another high usage player because the high usage players you got right now, they can't play together. So even let's say you move Herb Jones for Michael, you can't have Michael, Brandon Ingram, Zion, and CJ and JV. Oh well, JV probably going in the scenario, but it just wouldn't work anyway. So I think it's a bit of a nothing burger, but I do think they aggressively. I don't think they would let Herb Jones be the reason that they didn't get the guy they wanted. But I think they'll counter with Dyson. But I'm telling Herb Jones.
There's no way you could give up Herb Jones. There's no way you give up Herb Jones.
I agree with you. I agree. Unless it's for Lowry, then Herb got to go. But still, I agree with you.
Herb is.
I'm indifferent.
And even for Lowry, I question you.
I'm
indifferent. I'll trade again. Me personally,
I'll
trade anybody. Like, I'm sorry.
Can we talk about this? First, hold up. Nelly Smith, thanks for the comment. Appreciate you watching. We tried this about 3 weeks ago, and we were called, all we want to do is trade and so on and so forth. And Jaden Ivey took off. We did a show on this about 3 weeks ago. If you want to check that out, appreciate your comment. But yes, we're not getting Jaden Ivey anymore. Yeah, these picks. I mean, I don't know what else. Y'all got anything else?
I disagree. I disagree with this. Nobody ever said this.
Do you agree with this or no?
I don't give a fuck. I don't even know him. So what is it? Like, I don't. His opinion doesn't matter to me.
Dion. Who's the? What's the other comment you brought up?
I kind of think Herb is almost. Oh, go ahead, bro. My bad.
No, go ahead.
No, I was about to say I do also think Herb is misused in some of the actions. Like, now I will say offensively, teams in the playoffs, teams are gonna make Herb Jones shoot the ball. And in the playoffs, that shit gonna fail. Like it just ain't gonna work. So you're gonna even tonight, teams are gonna defend Herb Jones like they defended him tonight. So, and for big picture, if you were going for like a home run trade, Herb absolutely can't be off limits. But it got to be more so for an immediate like upgrade or a home run trade. Because at the end of the day, Herb, he's a really good player, important, but he's a glue guy. Last thing is like the fucked up thing is Herb is one of the only 2 or 3 movable contracts. That's the fucked up part. You know what I'm saying? Like Dyson is worse than Dyson is a human liability, but
so many interesting. Wait, hold on. I want to end the show, but I can't because you get this comment. Get out of feelings. I don't care about the first comment. Sorry, but I'm just saying you can't trade your best defender. Herb is untouchable.
Nobody's untouchable.
Nobody's
untouchable. Hold up. But I'm just
let me respond to the question. Let me respond.
Well, I was gonna say then you have Dallas Stars saying, "Are we overvaluing Herb?" But go ahead, Lito.
Bro. Like you trade. Nobody's untouchable for me, and I don't bring my feelings to the internet, so I don't feel any kind of way about that. I'm telling you that it don't matter about the name on the back of the jersey. I don't care. If my mom was out there and she was trash, I'm a trader. I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care about
got 28 tonight.
Hey, I was about to say to Chad's point though, I do agree that they underuse him. He has more to his game than what he is allowed to show. So I think, I mean, you can do him a service, right? Like if you're not gonna use him, right?
And the crazy part is also, bro, even if you did trade Herb, you still gotta trade Brandon. It all goes back to you gotta trade Brandon at some point. You can't pay Brandon over $40 million. The organization is dead at that point. It's over. You just became the fucking Wizards. You remember when John Wall got that contract and ruptured his Achilles? You just became those Wizards. You gotta move off of Brandon because you'll be pooling together a bunch of different contracts just to try to. Oh, Zion Ruler, what you said, dog? My bad.
This could be the. I don't see what Zion Ruler said, but this could be possibly the craziest.
Terry Rozier.
Oh shit, my bad.
Oh, my bad, Zion.
I don't know why we missed that. Where's it?
But yo, to my point, Zion Ruler, good point, bro. There's too many options out there that could give you similar production for less than $40 fucking million. And you know what? It's too many people out there, bro. It's too many. DeJounte making 17 this year, and he got a trade bonus and all that. But yo, what are we doing here? Like, it's too many people. Go ahead, Lito.
Slat, I don't agree. I don't disagree with you. I'm with Chaz. Like Justin, what I told you earlier. I think that you, bro, like that 40 to that shit is gonna be insane, dog. Like it's gonna be insane. And to Chaz's point, like it's gonna be
Y'all talking about Zion Hawkins, right?
It's gonna be crippling for the next couple of
that's years. A decade. Like that shit set you back about a decade for real. Bro gonna be 10 years in, right? And you're gonna be expecting the motherfucker to get like, a dude who made an all-star game 4 years ago. He gonna be 10 years in. You paying him 40 plus a year. He gonna get faster, stronger? It just ain't gonna happen. Like it's gonna be over.
that's kind of my. I think that's the point. In year 7, this is year 7 for Brandon, right? Year 7, 8. This year 8. How much better do you think he's gonna get? Honestly, like just I want y'all's honest opinion. How much better is he gonna get, and what will he get better in? Because the shooting thing or the perimeter shots is something that I can't see him. Maybe if he was on another team and there was more culture or more push from the head coach, maybe he would shoot these shots. But it's just not happening here. So what you think? How much better do you think you can get?
You wanna go ahead, Justin?
I mean, he's I think Brand's a really good player, and Chaz, it's funny, Lito, because people think like the whole show doesn't like Brandon. Like I like Brandon. Lito likes him. We all like him. It's not like Chaz doesn't like Brandon. Like I like him. Like I like him as a player. I think he's a really good player. But Chaz brings up such a good point. It's not the play. It's the money, right? It's okay. Like right. I think Brandon tonight was 17, 10, and 7. Okay, like he's gone a pretty long stretch here of just not great basketball. And when you're paying somebody 40, 45, 50 million dollars, you got to get as much as possible out of that player. And it worries me that if you extend, like, he's not going to get much better, right? Like, it is what it is. Like, he's shooting the mid range at an elite level right now, but his 3-point percentage is down or whatever it is. And he's struggling with that. And he has nights where he hit, as Chaz said, I think on a show the other day, like he's had 3 single-digit performances, right? This year, Chaz?
Yeah.
He had 3 of them.
3.
I like Brandon. I don't know if I would pay him more than $40 million a year. I really don't. Like, I don't.
And on top of that, and brother had 17 tonight. 2 of those were technical free throws. That's 10 to 11 games under 16 points. 16 and under this season. That is ridiculous, bro. For $40 million, that just can't happen, bro. It just can't happen. Going to get better.
Address that? Can y'all address that question?
Jimmy T, check this out. Zion has been a massive disappointment, right? He's lazy, he's immature, his skill set is limited offensively, and he's still still better than Brandon Ingram in the large scale of things. Not that he's more skilled than him. Brandon is more skilled, but Zion is much more talented. Like, Zion is the only player on this team with a realistic chance to be a top 10, top 15 player, potentially top 5, depending on how the league shakes out, health permitted, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line. That's what, you saw Zion score. Motherfucker went like 16 for 17 against the number 1 defense in the league more than once. Like, he did. This is not the Hornets we talking about here. This is the Timberwolves more than once. And if you follow national media, you know why nobody talks about Brandon in the national media, really? Like, nobody really, says much, because no one cares, because they know where the ceiling is, bro. It's like no one's saying this team goes as far as Brandon takes them. No one thinks that. No one believes that whatsoever. You're not going to find anyone who covers professional basketball who thinks that. Like, you're not going to find it. And that's just what it is, bro. And it's not to disparage Brandon. If Brandon was making $15, $20 million a year, you love to have Brandon Ingram on your team. $25 million. You like, all right, cool. That's 25, ain't that bad. $40 million.
40 crazy.
40 crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Especially when you're talking about oil and water. You're talking about oil and water.
All in water. And the fit not there. Also, last point about this, Lito brought Siakam, all NBA, multiple time all NBA, all NBA defense, multiple time all-star.
Are you gonna bring up world champion? I'm sorry, NBA champion.
Right? Fucking killer. When he does his thing, this man's a monster. Brandon is a fringe all-star reserve, not fringe all-star starter. He's a fringe. You know how many people got to get hurt for Brandon to make the all-star game? That's what we talking about, giving bro $40 million. It just ain't gonna work. My dog, the man's a 2-time all-star on his rookie contract, bro. So you're talking about the rookie
2-time
contract.
Starter, right?
2-time starting all-star. You're talking about a motherfucker that's like, he was fucking up making $6, $7, $10 million a year. Brandon making 30. He overpaid right now for this production. He overpaid. You saw Zion the ruler. What are we talking about? Nah. Oh no, CJ getting
guys.
Nah,
respectful Cam.
Nah, Cam. I can't go there, Cam. CJ was a motherfucking killer.
He still is. Shout out Danny Granger, Grace King.
Danny Granger,
hour 48 minutes. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Y'all got anything else? Like, I feel like I could keep going for a little bit. Pause, but
I'm chilling, man. I ain't tripping. I'm snowed in. I'm lucky the lights on. I'm chilling.
If they still in here,
CJ slander. Shout out, we gotta shout out Lala in the background. By the way,
shout out to
Lala always doing all the graphics, man. We appreciate you. She's always in the background with the graphics and all that stuff. Appreciate you. She's still there.
Nelly Smith, I saw your 50 comment. I see you.
What did Nelly Smith say?
It was a Jay-Z 50 Cent reference.
Back to Tupac.
What the fuck?
My dog kills me, man. Chaz Rebellion also
the dog.
Favorite rapper. If y'all have any more questions, we will answer them. Lito, you got anything? Chaz, you got anything?
I guess.
Wait, hold up. We got one from David. Do you think Griff doesn't want to trade BI because it would look like he lost the AD trade?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you already lost it, bro. Once the motherfucker.
Once you win a world championship, it's over. Or once an NBA championship, it's over. Like
even though that ring is fake, let's say the motherfuckers at least went to the.
But they've gone Western Conference Final,
Yeah,
NBA
Western Conference
champion.
Finals.
Have they made the playoffs every year? AD's been there, or did they miss one?
No, they missed the first year.
They missed the first year. Yeah.
You lost it already, dog.
Yo,
like,
by the way, John's always in here too. We appreciate you, John. You're always in here.
John.
Appreciate it. Wild whenever this franchise gets a spot and looking to build. Okay, Lito, I'm actually glad about this comment. Because this is what's the most frustrating part to me. Like we can talk playoffs, we can talk expectations. I don't like that's your opinion. I have my opinion. I respect your opinion. I don't really care about that stuff. This is what kills me though. In a Saints driven city, and we've been dying for this just city to back the Pelicans. Every time they give this city a reason to show out, you had a huge crowd tonight. You had the hat giveaway, you had the new court, you had all this momentum, and then you lay an egg. And you've done this consistently now. You did against the Clippers. You've done it multiple times the year before and the year before and the year before. That's what's most frustrating to me, Lito, is that you had the whole city behind you tonight. It was on Fox 8. It was in Mississippi. It was in, possibly Alabama, Texas. And then you laid an egg. That was my biggest problem.
Hey, Justin, you ever had a homeboy who, like, anywhere y'all go, and you like speak to a woman, you hug a woman, and he'd be like, "Yo, bro, who is that? Put me on it, right? Put me on it. Let me introduce me to it, right?" And then you do, and then you eventually do it, and like he don't say nothing, he don't shoot a shot. Like that's the Pelicans. The Pelicans scared of the hoes. They're scared of the hoes. They're scared of them. They terrified. They so scared to be great. Like they just don't. They never rise to the occasion. They never live up to the moment. We set the scene. They set the scene for themselves every time. Every time the stage is set for them to be great, bro. And they shrink. Like they shrink. They don't live up to the expectations. I don't know if the expectations are too high.
Too high. What are the expectations, Lito? What are the expectations?
I don't know.
Because that's what kills me, bro. That's what Chaz like. They're like. I'm not saying they got to win a championship this year. I just got to see progress. I got to see a first round win. This is year 5. This is why people are like, well, Zion and Brandon played 140 games and Willie hasn't had these guys. And this, okay, it doesn't negate the fact that this is year 5 now. And we have 2 playing games and a 6-round exit in the first round with Phoenix. When we first drafted Zion Williamson, do y'all remember the excitement and the expectations set when we drafted Zion and traded for Brandon? Do y'all remember that? It's year 5 now. I would think at least we would be top 4. At least have a couple playoff round wins. We have nothing.
Why you think that is? Why you think that is?
Yeah,
I think the bar is so low that we are okay with playing tournaments and things of that nature that we just let things go. And that's why this show always gets backlash, because y'all think we don't like we fucking love the team. Like that's the problem. Like we spend our all of our off time we're spending on this team. So for y'all to be like, oh, y'all aren't fans, y'all aren't we are. That's the problem. I think the expectations are so low that they can get away with all this stuff. That's the problem.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead, Chad.
Oh no, I think I know for me, I'm not moving off of my square. My goal has to be a championship, because you can live off a championship for years. And I don't know.
We're all living off of a Saints championship. Yeah, we're literally still all living off the Super Bowl.
Like, I don't know if this organization has Griff totally misunderstood how this organization is viewed by the fan base and by the rest of the basketball association, because he thought he could recruit big name free agents here. Like, motherfucker, are you out of your mind? Like, nobody's coming here like that. Like, to get better, you're gonna have to win some games, trade people, draft well, and have some internal growth. You know what I'm saying? And you just, I don't know what his goals are, because he another person who talk a good game. He talks about what his expectations are, but when it comes down to putting, pedal to the metal, it's always, oh, well, I tried to do this. We tried to do that, and it just didn't materialize. Like, come on, man.
So shout out first off another guy or guy, girl, whoever you are, anonymous. Like, even though you go back and forth, like you're always here. We appreciate you too, man. So shout out to you. So this is actually interesting, Lito, because we talked about this in a group chat. Nets are beating the shit out of the Lakers. Laker picks looking better and better. Okay, but you keep hearing DeJounte Murray to LA. You keep hearing big names possibly to LA to fix that team, just like they did last year. So, Lito, at what point is this pick, like, when do you get off it? Or do you hold on to it?
No. This trade deadline, before the trade deadline, for real, because they're gonna get DeJounte. If it's not DeJounte, it's gonna be somebody. Like, they're not gonna stand pat because they showed you who they are. Like, Rob is a mercenary. Rob is gonna get a deal. He's gonna thug a team into a deal. I think you gotta sell high right now. Like, you sell high right now, and not only that, bro. Like, look, we give. I want to say this from the standpoint of being a fan of the team. We are all fans of the team. Obviously, it's a fucking Friday night. I was 56 minutes in. Like, we kicking it with y'all on the internet. Like, I'm clearly a fan of the team, but I want more. I want more than just walking in the Smoothie King Center and seeing a banner about nothing to do with the Pelicans hanging up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to look at the Chris Paul era conference playoff. You know what I'm saying?
Is that even there? Like,
no, I just made it up.
I don't know if there's any banners. Like, to be honest with you,
it's nothing. And if they are, it's nothing for the Pelicans. I'm saying, like, they probably got one for the Saints, shit. Like, but I want a championship. So when you hear me say, I don't mean to. I'm not gonna take that back because I don't care if I offend you. But if you hear me say trade Brandon or trade Zion or do this or do that, I'm not saying it to offend your favorite player. I'm saying it to say I'm tired of being a loser. I want to win in my lifetime, dog. I be holding my daughter watching this team, and like, she deserves better. We all deserve better. And this is not some one-off shit of tonight. This is just I'm literally speaking from a point of, why wouldn't you do whatever it needed to be done to win? Why is that? Why the fact that Chaz will tell y'all about the salary cap, he'll tell y'all about player exceptions, and he goes through and gets all this research done, and you'll be like, nah, he's untouchable, bro. Look, Justin, no disrespect to you, because this is not about you, but Herb Jones being untouchable is crazy to me.
It's fair. I never said he was untouchable. You talking
No.
about comments?
I'm
Yeah,
talking about comments.
Yeah, it kind
of. Oh yeah. I mean, there's as Chaz always said, there's levels to it, and I agree with both of y'all. Like, I don't think anybody's untouchable.
Somebody a couple weeks ago said Jose was bro. What do we want to win? Like,
you know what it is, bro? Again, it's that Monty Williams mentality. When motherfuckers say Marco Bellinelli is everything we are and everything we aspire and hope to be. I was like, motherfucker. That's why you lost 28 games in a row.
Chaz, and this is what pisses me off about a lot of people, how you say, like, oh, Chaz just a hater, he's not a Pelicans fan. The dude remembers the Marco Bellinelli days. I'm talking Baron Davis. Like, someone just brought up Aaron Gray right here. Like, those are like the days. Like, we've been here for a long ass time. And like, it's been 20 something plus years now of the same mediocre to below average team.
Look,
we've had one good year in the history of the Hornets Pelicans since, I'm not even counting Pete Maravich. I'm talking about this. It was the Chris Paul we lost in Game 7 against the Spurs when Gennaro Pargo missed the corner three. That was the highlight of our franchise.
The crazy thing is, it's like, look, just make it plain, right? Ultimately, nothing. There's no way around. Yeah, that nigga. I mean, when he had the Beatles bob.
Yeah,
he had the
emo anime cut.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he was like a good guy.
He had the anime baby mama bob. He was
yeah, that's
crazy.
But yeah, like yo, we remember Rodney Roberts tractor trailer on them people. But on the real though, it's like yo, bro, there's no way around it. This is the year for you to go all in. Since there isn't really an all in option, Herb untouchable just because the salary, even if you moved Herb, you got to move Brandon anyway. So it don't make no sense to move Herb or trade because ultimately nothing you do will justify you paying Brandon over $40 million a year. Like you couldn't realistically justify his contract now. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just could Alex O'Brien. What was the other dude?
Yo, drop. Hey, who is the first Hornets / Pelicans player you remember? Just drop in the comments. I'll bring him up. Or the most random. Or the most
Devin
random
Brown
player.
just killed the Cavaliers.
Someone dropped tractor trailer. Rest in peace. But someone just dropped tractor trailer in there.
Alex
That's
O'Brien,
crazy.
I tweeted
Jackson,
about Exo 2-Pain last week.
Yeah. Jackson Roman. Like,
bro.
Like I mean, we've been through the wars with these people, but on the real, like when y'all guys, there's several places for y'all to go if y'all want to like get into these type of metrics and numbers. Like go to Spot Track, you can look at the Pelicans salary cap situation. Like even if they trade for Jared Allen this year, they still got to go out and find a couple free agents to fill out the rest of the back end of this roster. You still gonna need a backup point guard. You know what I'm saying? There's still things you're gonna need. And Tracy Augman used to drink coffee.
Stacey the plastic man. Stacey Augman, the plastic man, right?
No, not Augman. That was I'm thinking about Augustine used to drink coffee.
Lee Nailon. Oh my God, Irvin just shot me. Lee Nailon.
Yeah, we have some players. What's them 3 dudes we got in that trade?
Chris came in. Eric Al-Farouq Amino, Chris came in.
No, not that. We traded Baron Davis, and it was some dudes.
For the Warriors, right?
Yeah, and it was my bad, not Baron. It was another dude we traded from Phoenix, and he didn't want to come to the team, and they fined him. Like he didn't report. So we did another trade. So they sent us Boshan Nakbar, Jackson Roman, and one more dude. I forgot who the other dude was.
Bro, I don't even know what trade you're talking about, but like that's crazy. This is what I'm talking about. Like Chaz is like he like
Jim Jackson. It was Jim Jackson. It was Jim Jackson. He didn't want to report. So they gave us Boshan Nakbar. I think the other dude's name was Cody Joseph or something. His name was Cody something, I think. And Marcus Thornton, Darius Kylan was good.
Gennaro Parker, I'll never forget. Like he was incredible in that game 7, but he missed a wide open corner 3 that would have sent you to the Western Conference Finals.
I wish Zion and Bi had his delusion. Gennaro Parker would shoot that shit.
We got Dan Dickow from. We either got him to the Clippers. I know we ended up trading him to the Clippers because I remember Sam Cassell.
Did y'all know that I got before we were like pro Pels talk, like the whole squad? Like I had one of my first like 10 or 15 podcasts was with Dan Dickow. He came on the show.
Oh, really? Dan Dickow was the man.
Yo, Dan was the man, dude. Like Dan was a dude. Bro, that was like episode 12.
We traded for Speedy Claxton and got rid of Dan Dickow. I was so mad.
Dan could play, man. Yeah, Dan could play. He was a good interview too. Yeah, I think he calls Gonzaga games.
Y'all remember Casey Jacobson?
That's what I'm talking about.
I thought that's what you was talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Y'all remember Courtney Alexander?
I do remember Courtney.
I remember Courtney.
That jumper. Courtney, I think he would tear his ACL every year, but like he would jump high. I'm trying to think of the most random Hornets.
You know who I thought was doing me good? Man, he passed.
Go ahead.
Julian Wright. Oh my God, Julian Wright make that.
This crazy because Julian Wright is my homeboy brother.
Oh, really?
I swear. And he live here. His people still live here. They still live here. Yeah.
The Kendrick Perkins days. That was terrible.
Yo, what was the dude, man?
I don't remember this. Am I crazy? I don't remember this.
I remember Patrick Ewing Jr. He had a cup of coffee.
The best shot, the best shooter in Pelicans Hornets history.
I remember PJ Brown hit a game winner in Chicago, right? And look, me and my dog, we catching the bus. And he's like, you saw the game last night? Josh Smith, no, what was it? J.R. Smith, he was on the sideline and the crowd was saying something. And J.R. Smith said, "Man, fuck you!" Like it was like a big old thing. And look, back in the day when you played Chicago, the game used to come on WGN.
Yeah, WGN. Yeah.
Day.
Channel 16, I think is what it was.
So, yeah. I was mad when we traded Brandon Bass. That motherfucker went to Boston and started balling.
Because he went off.
When I was in high school, JR had just got drafted. JR used to come on Dillard campus and he would hoop with us. Like,
because he got drafted out of high school, right?
Yeah, so he was in the city. Like, dog, JR was when I tell you JR was active, like he was outside. He had to be 18, so I was 17 at the time. Bro, we was in the gym, dog. He was doing. You talk about a fucking athlete, dog. Like,
that
this
dude
dude was
beast,
incredible, dog.
It's
no reason why he not one of the greatest players of all time. Like, shit that I saw him doing in gym runs is crazy.
He said Byron Scott hated his guts. Yeah. Like, I remember after Katrina reading, they was like Chris Paul used to have to go to his house to pick him up to make sure that like he got the practice and shit like that. It was just like we always.
We really did have fucking Bonzi Wells.
We traded.
God.
We traded Bobby Jackson for Bonzi Wells. I think we traded
Bobby Jackson was a point guard too.
Yeah, we traded Bobby Jackson.
You know the other thing too, like people we hold Mash in high regard, but like Mash was here for a cup of coffee for real. Like he really
that's when he got vertigo.
Yeah, that's
Devin Mason was trash, dog. Devin was trash.
This is starting to get Grievous Vasquez was so good.
I like Grievous. I would be at Grievous right now.
Bro, this motherfucker right here would change the dynamic of the whole team.
He shouldn't have
this
left.
Dude right here.
He shouldn't have.
Nico don't get enough love. Nico does not get enough love.
Nico won that ring and got the fuck.
Hey, dog. Grievous Vasquez had me having. I was in the barbershop having conversations. I ain't feel like we respected. Like he was fucking nice.
Mo Pete was trash.
I hated him as the starter.
As one of the worst jumpers.
You could have gotten, bro. He was the weak link of that Chris Paul. So Chris Paul, D West, Tyson,
Peja,
and then Mo Pete. It's like
Mo Pete was the weak link. Bro.
All you had to do was just, bro. That team
More Peterson was the original Devontae Graham.
No, Devontae was a way better shooter.
You think so?
Way better shooter.
You talking about Roger Mason? Roger Mason was all right. That was the real dog years when you had Anthony Morrow.
Can I ask y'all a question? This is so off the cuff. If DeMarcus never got hurt, okay, we probably say AD is the best. We would probably say Anthony Davis the best franchise player ever. Play for this.
If DeMarcus don't get hurt, I'm saying DeMarcus.
That was my question. If DeMarcus didn't get hurt,
you saying he better than Chris?
So the top two are Chris and AD, however y'all want to rank them. Right. If DeMarcus doesn't blow his Achilles, do you think the Pelicans are going to sign him that offseason? No doubt about it. He gets his money. Do you think he becomes the best Pelicans player to ever play, or best Pelicans Hornets franchise player ever?
Behind Chris Paul, yeah. Well, I don't know because if he could have.
I disagree. I think he would have been the best.
I think he might have surpassed Chris Paul. I think he was the most talented Pelican we ever had. That dude was talented, bro. Like I ain't never seen he
put like a 45-20 night. Like I was like, holy shit, dude. This
he reminded me of Nurkic. I mean, I'm not Nurkic, Jokic. He reminded me so much of Jokic, like as far as just this motherfucker can do everything, bro. You're talking about a big who could dribble up the court, cross motherfuckers over, shoot pull-up threes, kill you in the post. And was tough like a dog. Make his free throws,
talk shit.
Like, oh my animal. Yeah.
Lito, go ahead. I'm interested to hear your thoughts because I see a lot of yeses, a lot of nos. What's your thought?
That's tough, man. That's tough.
Yo, you're forgetting what? Not the half year that he played for the Pelicans. I think a lot of people forget that year until he actually tore his Achilles, Chaz, on my birthday, which is in January.
Against Houston, bum ass Houston,
bro. He was putting up crazy numbers. Like y'all gotta go look.
It's so crazy because he technically like gave AD the blueprint to be a Robin on the team. He came into the team and he just took it over as his own team. So AD was so seamless in sliding to the secondary player role. Like it was crazy. He had all the talent. Dog, I was a DeMarcus Cousins fan. I used to have conversations about him being better than AD or better than whoever. And it's so funny, Chad said Jokic. I remember when a conversation was, I don't know if y'all remember this too, but like when the Nuggets had Nurkic and Jokic,
Oh, yeah.
and they were starting both of them. They were trying to figure out how to do
Yeah.
it. And then DeMarcus said, it doesn't matter what they do, me and AD better than them. And it was like, damn. And then that night he went up.
Yo,
that's crazy.
I'm not trying to stop your wisdom, bro. Jeremy Grant, who's putting up extremely similar numbers to Brandon this year, just had 37, 5, and 4 and a victory over the Pacers. Jeremy Grant will not be making $40 million anytime soon.
He just got signed, right? Didn't he just sign?
He just got signed. He just did that
right?
the deal. This year, Dame got him that money. Boy, I'd be so mad at Dame if I was poor. Like, you made us sign this motherfucker.
You know what's crazy?
I feel like we gotta get off. But y'all want to keep going? We're at 2 hours and 10 minutes.
We gotta wrap it at some point. Let's give 5 more minutes.
Five more minutes. Lito, go ahead.
I mean, it's crazy because like you hear the Blizzards was saying they was trying to do anything to make the fit right with Dame, but then they do shit like sign Jeremy Grant and like.
He wanted them to do that though.
For real?
Like, yeah, that was like he kind of like backdoored him on some shit. But I was like, oh, you gonna do? Because remember, at one point he was like, I kind of want to stay.
Yeah,
like
he was waffling.
They had to kick him out. Dame.
He the reason.
Oh, I remember.
He the reason you gotta either be the villain or the hero. You're gonna be the villain in somebody's story anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just like leave when it's time to leave. Like, I don't have a problem with, I mean, like, what else could Dame do there? Like, he went against the invincible version of the Warriors. He went against the
Rockets.
Clippers. Like, yeah, like
it was, Chaz, so let's wrap it up in the next couple minutes.
All right.
They got Utah and OKC at home. Then they're at Milwaukee, at Boston, at Houston. We said that they would have to take it, like they got to win the next two, or you're looking at possibly, you're looking at losing 4 out of your next 5. Because I think you're going to punt Milwaukee. It's going to be a back-to-back. I want people to understand it's going to be a back-to-back in Milwaukee. Then you got to go to Boston. By the way, Boston's 20-0 at home. And then you go to Houston. You have to win. On Monday is when they play. Right?
You got to win your West games, especially against Utah and Houston, because you're still jockeying for position in the standings. You have to. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you, King. You got to win your West games. Boston lost tonight.
Oh, they lost? I knew that was going to fucking bite me in the ass.
Boston got fucked. No, they got. It was a fucked up foul that didn't get called.
Okay, I'm wrong. I know. I see all the comments. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. 20-1. I'm sorry.
Hey, but Boston lost today, Justin.
They lost. Yeah. I see that.
But you got to be Utah and Houston. You got to be Utah and Houston. Everything else is kind of like, if you win, cool. But especially Utah, you got to.
So you say they have to be Utah and Houston.
Yeah. Okay. Everything else is kind of like,
Interesting, Lito. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't remember. I know we went down the list. I didn't feel good about the schedule. So you said who's next? Utah and Houston?
No, Utah and OKC. And OKC's on a back-to-back.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I think that's 2 losses. You just don't play Utah
what?
well.
No.
You don't play Utah well. And OKC better. OKC the better team.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. OKC probably.
You want that?
I don't know.
You don't think OKC the better team, Justin?
I think OKC a better team. I think we match up a little better.
That don't matter. That don't matter to other teams. That matter to us. That don't matter. Like
if they'll matter.
You think they really go 0-2? You really think they go 0-2?
I don't think that's crazy. You think that's crazy that they go 0-2?
Yeah,
you think that? Okay, you seen what Colin Sexton and Laurie been doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
like you can't look.
Okay.
I'm pissed. I was pissed off tonight. Like they lost to the Suns, but let's not they've been pretty good over these last 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not saying they haven't, but historically, Utah has given you problems. I'm not making that up.
That's fair. No, it's totally. You know what? That's totally fair. I don't think they drop. I don't think they go 0-2.
And I think that we match up well against I think we match up well against OKC, but I think OKC has the better player in Shea. And I think Shea's a foul merchant. He gonna play the game within the game. He gonna get to the line. He gonna do the little things that we just not gonna do. We gonna argue with the referee instead of seeing how the game is played and playing it that way. We gonna be passive aggressive with it. We not gonna, go the extra mile. And then you gotta look. I don't know. I think OKC for one, as far as fit is the better team, is a better team than us.
I don't disagree. Damn, 2 hours, 15 minutes, man. We still have 150 people in here. Appreciate. Oh, Lex, that's who it was, Chaz. I was like,
Alexa, yeah.
Lex,
What up,
you're
Lex?
always here. Appreciate you. We're shouting them out. Like, all y'all try to DM me, all the regulars. Appreciate all the new subs. We're gonna get out of here.
Shout out to Cat Williams too. Go ahead. Go ahead,
now you get Lito. Get us out of here.
Oh man, damn. Shit. Okay, listen. This is not an overreaction. The Pelicans need another meeting. We got to discuss hierarchy. We got to discuss time, score, situation, mismatches. I think that's on the team, and it's not just on Willie. If Grayson is on Zion, and if you got eyes, you got to see that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have eyes, you shouldn't be playing anyway. And by the way, Ray Charles was driving around legally blind, and he didn't get in an accident. So maybe he got more vision than the Pelicans. Good night.
Pro Pels talk. See y'all.